you waste this quality content without
really.
streaming it?
All right, now we are streaming. Kalo, is there music, Kalo? We should have music. I got to turn it down.
Hold on. Yeah, but I should do that while you have the opportunity to turn it down. Here you go.
Well,
That's not the right
it's
one.
already. I don't want to know what you put in.
It's just so I have a link of them to the YouTube channels, but that's it.
Are we gonna start streaming the show? We should put the stream in the stream.
Oh no, I just have the default YouTube link to all of these tracks so I can find them again.
I mean, reaction streaming is all the rage now, right?
Well, if we're just watching, we're gonna be basically going full Spaceballs at that point. But anyways, hello there, everyone, and welcome to Part 7 of Edge of Despair Campaign 2, where we do Star Wars tabletop role-playing stuff. Yeah, that was terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, so sorry for the slight delay there. But last time, we decided to go to Corellia, and today we're going to be on Corellia. Joining me...
Go wherever you want.
Yeah, we're going to just turn the ship around. Joining me, as always, we have Inertial as Bubbles.
Yeah, you know, I am liking the sound of Tatooine right now.
Kadia as Tesfa, the forgetful droid. I don't know.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, that's just you. You're not role-playing. You're just yourself right now.
Scarecrow
What
as
a
Val
surprise.
Kilmer.
Yep, you're welcome.
Sleverd as Pit Hiddle.
I'm ready to bet on a race.
And we have a brand new addition to our collection. I don't know if we're going to introduce her character yet, but Frog Buddy. Or do you want us to call you Frog Buddy, or...
Frog Buddy's fine.
Okay. But yeah, so... Also, Kalo, the GM, yay!
Hey!
I don't know what... He's dying a bit. But welcome to the campaign, Frog Buddy.
Thank you.
So, since we have a new person, I'm just gonna ask: did you make a Jedi?
No, my character has amnesia.
Oh God! It's happening again.
No! All right. So I need everyone to roll your force die.
Oh, guess what, guys? Guess what I rolled?
We need another force die for Frog, I think.
Why do we even bother rolling?
Yeah.
Just
I
in
rolled
case
a
we
19.
get... Too light. I'm good.
So what'd you roll, our good friend Inertial?
One dark side, as always.
Here. No, wait. That's Tanner's. I
Okay,
can't
2
give
for
Louise
2.
that one.
One light.
Ooh, we got another light.
I have
Ooh,
2
baby.
light. I forget if...
Also, it's a lot easier to roll if you just press R.
Here,
I
Frog,
tried
you want to
to
just
roll
roll that
the
one?
way,
You guys aren't
and it did
using
not
the
work.
dice tower over here? Hello?
One light.
Yeah, the dice tower is the real way to do it.
Okay, so 3 light, 3 dark, 1
One
light.
dark.
Oh, he ruined it. He did it.
Also, I rolled a 19 on my dice for
Uh-oh.
personality.
The personality's gonna change.
It's gonna change.
Okay, and then we're
I
gonna
mean,
roll
thank God,
obligation.
right?
Yes.
Well, on the one hand, yes. On the other hand, is there something worse?
I sincerely hope not. I doubt it.
I
I can't imagine.
That's incredible. It literally rolled Scarecrow. All right, cool. So Scarecrow's obligation is triggered again. Oh my God, I didn't even plan for this. Look at this. It just happened.
We're basically bringing his plot with us everywhere we go still, so...
He's the coolest character here.
Wait, your plot is cooler than you are?
ROM
I don't know
sale.
if that's possible. Okay. All right. So let's begin. So you guys have started heading towards Corellia. You come out of hyperspace. All right. And so Scarecrow, you're at the helm, and you notice there's a bustling space station and a bunch of Imperial vessels The station, as far as you can tell, is trying to hail you.
I guess is a good time to figure out what the registration situation for this shit is.
None whatsoever to my memory.
Are we going to need to lie to these people again? Because I'm willing to.
I mean, it was owned by a Sith Lord, so I
Ooh.
imagine it has some level of registration.
He didn't seem like he was that hands-on with what he'd do, though.
Oh my god, take
I'm gonna
a
look
strain.
around.
Take a strain. Alright, that's
Gladly.
gonna be an average perception check there, Slip.
Okay. Oh no. Look for.
Why do you have so many useless dice?
Just stay up there when I'm touching.
Alright, they're gone now. Don't worry about them.
The evil dice can't hurt you
Oh
anymore.
my god.
Failure with threat.
Alright. You suffer a bit of strain because you trip and fall, and you don't find anything relevant to what you were looking for.
Pitt, you just fell standing still. What's wrong with you?
So the hails
Got a great
become
disturbance in the
increasingly
stoplight.
more occurrent.
On screen.
You see a stormtrooper on the other side, and he just kind of cocks his head to one side and says, "Where's your identification?"
You don't need to see our identification.
Oh my god, take another
No,
strain.
I'm literally saying that.
He's doing an influence.
I'm doing the thing that I do. That's what my characters. Have you never seen any Star Wars thing? It's all self-referential.
Terrible references get terrible strain.
No, I refuse. This is what every Star Wars Legends book is like.
All right, go ahead and make that deception check. That's gonna
Yeah,
be.
I'll allow it.
I mean, you know what? That's hard, and that's also the worst argument I've ever heard. So we're gonna have to step back.
What? That I'm living in the universe that we're playing in? That I'm role playing the shit out of this, Kayla?
Let's go. Come on.
If I was on Captain Shack's game, you wouldn't do this to
I don't even know who Shaq is.
me. Was that deception you said, or influence? No,
That's
persuasion. Deception. Okay.
Can I use my own force?
I mean,
To
really, that's a
boost.
really stupid argument. I don't know what to pick for that.
I'm using the Force influence ability. That's what
Alright,
I convince
Come on,
him.
come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
Kalo, someone did this in a film.
No, they did it in the film, but one of them's actually a Jedi, not a failure.
Can I have another Force die? Because I'm looking pretty sparse over here. Thank you. Okay. This is the roll. And then
Oh
One
my
success. Can I get rid of those
sweet
threats, though?
Jesus.
I cannot.
So
Two
the
Jesus.
threat. Okay, you know what the success is? He says, "You don't need to see our identification. What do you want the two triumphs to do? We'll resolve that threat in a minute."
He's so convinced that that he doesn't need to see our identification. He gives us a code to just go straight down to the planet, and that's both of them. I'm willing to trade both of them for that. Like landing
Straight
pad.
down. Okay. All right, sure. So he gives you the right amount of landing clearance, but he says you guys are going to need to actually pick up some ship codes because we weren't really picking you up besides a silhouette. You're going to need to do it at this office, and he gives you a listing for an office.
Oh yeah, that office. That's great. All right, you have a good day.
Can someone explain to me how this whole comms thing is working? Like, is it like traditional, like pull up on the bridge, you see like a holograph of the dude?
I end the call immediately.
Holographic.
Hold up.
It's like
I might
And
I
the
might be
call
counting
immediately.
something.
it's like
I
a
might
cell
be-
phone call. It's like a
Tespa
cell phone
looks
call.
Tespa looks very sad as the call gets hung up.
How does a droid look very sad?
I feel like we dodged a
With
bullet on
skill.
that.
Tilt head
Okay,
down 20
so
degrees.
that's gonna So there's currently a massive thunderstorm going on where you intended to drop Romsail off. You're gonna need to make a hard piloting check to land this in the.
Oh, so you mean an easy piloting check?
Sure. You're saying you're reducing the difficulty?
Oh,
No, I'm saying that's just what's gonna happen. Is this planetary or space?
Space. What?
Scarecrow,
No,
I
no,
used Frog's
every-
thing. We need to move
Any
over one
space
tray to the
is
left.
Planetary space. Any space. If you're using something that can go into space,
Space, it's a
you're
space.
using piloting points.
Okay.
Yeah. So even if you're on on a planet, yeah, it's
Okay.
still piloting space.
You ready to make that roll? Come on, let's go.
What you said? What's the
Hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
Let me-
Are you gonna reduce the difficulty?
Oh yeah, you can use that enhanced power.
Let's see. Yeah. So use that enhance piloting.
Okay.
I don't even know. I'm just gonna roll and then we'll deal with that. Or do I have to do that?
Mm,
Roll it after you do. You roll your force die. You can roll your force die, and then change it. I believe. Is that?
yeah.
Is
So
that
roll
how enhance
now and
works?
then we deal with that.
All right. What you got? Okay. You managed to just touch down on the planet. It's raining pretty heavily, and the docking bay that they directed you to has actually no tickets or any sort of fees. Surprisingly enough. 1 second.
Guys, this is surprising. Usually you have to pay some sort of fee or you have a ticket.
Hiddle's grip on his wallet loosens.
So, I have a question. What would be the way to contact Imperials?
Oh, God.
There's a bunch of Imperial offices we can probably find on a directory.
Looks like we got a new Thar over here.
No crap.
We already have a ship right here.
Do we?
Well, on my screen anyway.
Yep, it's locked.
Oh,
Cool runnings.
There you go.
All right, put it on. All right, so you guys notice that the city is surprisingly desolate. You notice that there are
and we
stormtroopers.
crash and die.
There's
I mean,
surprisingly desolate, and there's a bunch of patrols that you guys are starting to land. Ship arrives with a rather cool landing, as experienced by the cool runnings, and you guys are now currently landing.
That is pretty
so
cool.
Scarecrow, you recognize the place that you've landed at. This is where you typically brought your actual racing vessel.
Oh, home sweet home. Don't worry, guys. I know this place. I'll show us around.
Sounds good. Is this where you grew up?
Yeah. I grew up here, raced here, had a fancy apartment down by the way until, that whole framed for attempted murder thing.
Romsail
I mean-
stops you as you say that and says, "About that, we're gonna want to talk to my father about."
Yeah, we sure are, you piece of shit.
I mean,
Sorry,
is
that was
attempted
uncalled
murder
for.
even really a crime? You don't go to jail for attempted theft.
Says the man here who did murder.
no, see, that's accidental.
Yeah,
Murder.
that was manslaughter at best, and you know it.
All right, I'll power down the ship, and
All right,
do all that
the
fancy.
off ramp opens
Flight.
up and it's very stormy. Out. Give me 1 second.
Do we want to take a second to say who this scenery is sponsored by?
Scenery is sponsored by the most amazing co-DM Slevered because he's just the most fantastic fucking artist I've ever met in my life. All right, continue.
Thank you.
I would like to. Tesma's gonna roll down the ramp. What's
Roll.
outside the ship?
Roll.
Are there receiving peoples?
There is no receiving party at all.
But I'm gonna bring up the map on the screen and figure out where that office is that we're supposed to go.
The office is in the expensive district.
Oh, is that what it's called? The expensive district?
Expensive district.
They're not exactly subtle here on Corellia.
Got it.
So, would Bubbles know anything about Corellian firearm laws?
You
I
can
think
make a
that'd be-
core roll check.
Can we just say it's no? Because I'm gonna fail that roll.
I
He
mean,
wouldn't know anything.
Corellia is one of the
Alright.
major worlds. That'd be an easy thing to figure out, I'd assume, right?
Oh, all right. Can't even remember my intelligence. Ooh, that's right.
Can't be very high then.
But I'm sure Hiddle knows, since he's got his finger on the pulse of the market at all
Okay,
times.
I know
You
everything.
succeeded. What you got? What? Okay. So what weapon are you asking about?
The laser minigun. I mean, what other weapon is there?
Weaponry
giant
is
cruiser
pretty
weapon he's carrying
restricted right
around.
now since the Empire, got messed up. They would be really upset if they saw anyone above a blaster pistol.
Oh, all right.
Uh,
What do we think about bows?
I don't know
Don't-
if they'd want that either. Well, I say that I'm putting away my heavy blaster pistol thingy, and I'm getting out the one that's really easy to hide, my 12 Defender. I'm leaving the H7
these
on the
people are
ship.
No fun.
And I want to turn into the den disguise, hopefully, maybe.
Well, you got the
Yeah,
item to help you do it. Make the
Yeah,
roll, buddy.
but it
With
never
the
works.
Come on, let's see it. Come on.
Average resilience check. It's gonna fucking fail.
It's an
Fuck
average roll. How do you mess this up? What?
It's an average roll where I have 2 proficiency as well.
I guess that means I shouldn't bring the grenade launcher either.
Yeah, I mean, you can. There's nothing stopping you. Just the law. Am I being detained?
He actually can break those customs.
Oh my god, I succeeded.
You morph into Den. So you guys notice
Wait,
that
what?
finally, as you guys are out on the pad, there is a group to come and greet you.
Husband's already talking.
Oh, I kind of thought that was a one-time thing. Good job.
So,
so did I.
There's a human male, and he kind of runs up to the droid and says, "Where's your master?"
I'm right here.
Tesma looks at him strangely and is about to say something when Hiddle says,
He brushes past the droid and says, "Hey, can you guys help me out with something? Something going on the inside."
What kind of something?
We're having a bit of a tussle with a criminal, a vagrant.
I'm sure we could help with
Can I
it.
bring my gun?
Do you have the minigun when you say that?
Yes.
He looks down at the minigun and goes, sure, you know what? That would be really helpful.
Cool. All right. Let's do this.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna run back in and trade my gun for the better one.
Tesla's gonna put a hand, or I guess a claw, on the guy's shoulder and say, "Lead me there."
He looks very uncomfortable.
Tesla's gonna squeeze tightly.
Oh boy.
Okay. So you guys fetch your weaponry and you go down and you see that someone is currently in cuffs. And there's a couple stormtroopers kind of like holding batons next to this person, ready to strike again. And that's where we're going to introduce Frog Buddy.
Oh.
Frog Buddy, what are they detaining you for?
I had previously escaped.
What were they detaining
But
you for
why?
that time?
Well, I was a force sensitive, so they weren't letting me get around, obviously.
Oh.
Okay, all right, okay.
So-
So the stormtroopers hold up their hand and say, "Who are you?" And they aim towards your party.
Oh, looks
Oh.
like you've already.
We were just asked to come here.
We were told you guys needed some help.
I would like to ask a question real quick. What are the laws in the Empire regarding force sensitivity?
Roll knowledge.
How do they? Knowledge? What type of knowledge?
Ooh,
Core worlds. It could be
heard of
core
Order
worlds. It could be.
education, maybe. I think I would allow for both. You could be educated on that.
Difficulty?
I would say that's pretty easy considering the state of affairs.
Tesfa has a law degree.
Okay. One success, one threat.
All right, you take a strain. You know that the Empire typically has a habit of putting down Force sensitives, like quite literally just shooting them.
Uh-oh.
But more importantly, what are the laws on this?
Oh,
Is it
no.
like no Force sensitive should be suffered to live? Like, are we talking like witch trials, or are we talking
We're
like?
talking witch trials.
Are you gonna murder the new PC the second she gets introduced?
That's the only way you do it.
Oh. Tesfa's gonna move next to the stormtroopers, saying, "I will assist you in restraining this beast."
This beast. Did we
So,
say
hey,
the like any species thing for?
The person in cuffs is just kind of glaring at.
What is your species?
I'm Togruta.
Oh. Alright, so the stormtrooper looks at
recognize that
Tesfa
one.
and says,
Shakti.
"Citizen, step back," and he pulls out a
okay.
stun baton.
Tesfa's like, "I'm sorry, I cannot do that. I am upholding the law as you are."
Pitt, can you stop this shit? Sorry, Pitt, can you
How
stop
many
this
times
shit?
have you asked me to do this? I cannot stop this thing.
Well, none of us can.
Well, I probably could, but it would be a little permanent.
At this point, I don't care.
Where's the guy that told us to come over here in the first place?
Yeah.
So the guy that told you that is standing behind you guys, kind of like scared of the Togruta.
So, why did he want us here if we don't?
She tried to
actually-
steal my food!
Wait, you had me bring a minigun because someone stole your food?
He looks like you just restated facts. He's not even surprised by what you said. He's like, yeah.
To be fair, we did ask to bring those.
Well, yeah, but... Okay.
I will turn towards the prisoner and say, "Is this true? Did you attempt to steal his food?"
Out of necessity.
I turn to the who would be like the ranking person in this?
So
Is
there's
there,
a
like,
there's a stormtrooper with like a shoulder pad. He's clearly the one in charge.
I'll turn to him and I'll say, "What are the statues on theft?"
Statues or statues?
Hello? New phone? Who's this? Okay, so the stormtrooper turns to you and says, "Typically, that's about 3 months of community service."
The Empire only has community service for theft? That is better than I thought.
Typically, they don't survive the community service.
Ooh.
He says very plainly, like that's just a normal fact of everyday life for him.
I turn to Pitt and say, "Do you think 3 months of hard labor on a spaceship would count?"
On our spaceship, it would count.
Okay, I
Tell
would
you
say
what.
that's
We
Yeah,
do nothing is not served.
I'm gonna see if I can do a trade here. It's just like, so. Let me get the voice going here.
all right. Come on.
It's only
I'll
fun
wrap
if you
my
have
arm
voice.
I'll wrap my arm around the
the
stormtrooper with
negotiator.
the stormtrooper with the armband, and I'll say,
He looks very
Seems
disgusted.
like you got
by
a
the way.
breathing heavily. Seems like you got a lot of paperwork ahead of you with a character like this. Why don't we just take her off your hands? You don't have to worry about her anymore. She'll do her community service just as you like, but she'll just be on our ship instead. No harm, no.
Okay, so that's gonna be average with a setback, because that's not normal Imperial procedure. Why would we put it on some privateer ship type of?
Does a 150 credit slip over to him remove that setback?
It does.
No.
I feel like that's a skullduggery check to make sure no one else sees it.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, you're just straight out there.
It's just.
If Tesla sees this might be a problem.
It's alright, Tesla doesn't see it.
I would like to have a perception check.
Sure. You know what? It's gonna be average. Slevered.
I know.
All right, you lose 300 or 150 credits. The stormtrooper says, "I don't think this is gonna happen at all." And in fact, the next words out of your mouth better be, "We're moving along."
So for that advantage, can I have somebody else, like another stormtrooper, kind of like complain about the situation here? It's like this is just taking too long.
One of the stormtroopers steps up and he says, "Come on, man! Like normally we would be doing something like killing rebels, but here we are sitting like stopping a fruit thief." And he kind of like taps the lead stormtrooper on the head. He says, and the other the lead one says,
Look, we can get her off your hands for you. You don't have to worry about it.
So, just so we're clear, so Friggle is aware, you can act. You're currentently in cuffs right now. You can try and talk to them if you'd like to try and assist the situation.
She's intentionally staying quiet.
Okay, just making sure.
I was gonna say, how about this? If you give us a whole of vid link ID, whatever they're like Skype ID, whatever the equivalent in Star Wars is.
Hall of it.
TikTok.
Yeah, we can say.
I know it's Hall of it, but I don't know if it's would be like an ID or like a channel or something, whatever it is. If you give us this, we can send you updates so you can see how terribly she is being
You
worked.
can subscribe to our newsletter.
Okay, so that'll be he's a little more convinced because he likes the sound of people being worked. It's gonna be easy.
Wait, is that
rolling
me
this?
or Tesfa?
This will be a deception check for whoever wants to try and reinforce it.
Maybe I should do it then.
You should do it, not me.
Yeah. Sorry, what difficulty was it?
Easy.
Easy? Okay.
It's easy. Come on, you can do this. You're just like lying your whole life.
I have never told the truth once.
All right. Do you want to do anything with that advantage?
I am going to recover strain because I need to... I just feel so good to be lying again. Oh, Scarecrow, you need some strain because you're in obligation.
Yeah.
Okay.
You need to be at 2. You need to be at forehead. All right. So, the stormtrooper takes off the cuffs of the Togruta, whose name has not been spoiled yet, and says, "All right, fine, but I expect those updates in." He looks at towards a window and says, 3 hours, and he literally hands you a small channel for you guys to contact him later on.
Tesla will grab this channel.
So,
what's the current emperor?
There isn't one. The last one got thrown down a hole.
Governor. What would be the guy who rules this segment of the galaxy from the Imperial?
Well, for Corellia, it would be the Dictat, so...
The current Dictat, hold on, let me get his
Depending on
name.
when this is.
I did write that down.
Alternate question would be, what's the name of the
The current
law?
person in charge of all this is named Declith Galambi.
Okay.
Huh.
And then what would be the name of for the U.S. it's the Constitution, the equivalent, the codified law for Star Wars.
I don't think the Corellian...
Don't
I don't know
oppose
that
the
they actually
Empire?
had... Nah.
The Empire would have something, right?
You could just
Yeah,
call it
There's the
Empire law.
Declaration of the
What
New
do we
Order,
call it?
but there's also... Corellia isn't technically Imperial in the same way anymore. It's not under the Empire. It's sort of like an Imperial splinter faction that thinks of themselves as being just the Corellian sector.
Okay. So I'm assuming they would have a book of law.
Yeah, just call it the Corellian Constitution. Who cares?
Oh, okay, sure. I'll say by the Corellian Constitution itself.
Okay, cool.
That was a long drive for that.
That was a long. All right, so Frog Buddy, you've been released after this terrible set. And the guy that has directed the party says, "You're really going to release this trash?"
Just kind of like a low growl in response to.
I thought that was a low slurp.
I'm gonna look that dude straight in the eyes and be like, the only trash around here is what I'm looking at, and then like, just stand right in front of him, staring right into his eyes.
Guys, we got here 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, you
I'll
haven't
say-
shot
He
anyone
looks
yet.
very upset and like kind of turns around and goes, and he runs away.
I call out after him. I assure you, she will be properly reprimanded.
Reprimanded? This droid has problems with addiction too.
Peter, I think you need to fix the vocalizer.
There's a lot more that needs fixing than just.
Well, we're on Corellia. Should we just sell it?
I think introduction is in order with the, this.
Well, have the
brand new
guards
person.
walked away yet?
Yeah, the stormtroopers have left.
Oh, thank God, I
Okay,
can
I'm
stop
just
talking.
kind of
about
like, massaging my wrists and kind of looking between each of the people who've supposedly set me free, kind of
Supposed.
judge it,
Well,
weighing all of them. And what do you want from me?
I open up my snack pouch because I have one, obviously. And hand her some sweets.
that. He doesn't give stuff away much.
Just kind of stare at him, and after just, staring very intensely at these sweets, I just snatch them, and I just eat them because just wipe my mouth and kind of look at.
Okay. All right. Hungry. Okay.
You look like a capable person. We got some things to do here in this here city. I think you might be able to help us out.
Like what?
Well, anybody that's willing to steal for something is obviously.
Oh my God.
Oh my
No.
Is
I like
obviously
cutting
willing to go
edges.
the extra mile. So I think that's somebody that should be part of our crew. What do you guys think?
I think we should ask them their name before we go on to inviting them along on our adventures.
Who needs names?
As
wait,
Pete says,
wait,
names
she
are not
stole a
money.
throat? So she's your favorite person now? That's all it takes?
Considering what the rest of
initiative,
us have
I see
done.
drive.
My name is Zilla.
So for the Force sensitive stuff, that was for the audience's benefit. That wasn't something that was said in game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tesla would like to take everything in her pack and hand it to Zilla,
Huh.
saying,
Huh.
I was not lying to the officer. You will pay off your debt.
So they're making her carry that? Or are you just giving her that?
She has to work hard.
Okay, that doesn't answer my question. Are you making her
Carry.
carry that, or okay, that
Carry.
makes more sense. How much encumbrance? That looks very heavy. You're a very large droid. Is Zilla still alive, Kalo?
Yeah.
What's
So,
the encumbrance?
what's the encumbrance?
I'm looking that up. Give me 1 second. It's on the last. So it would be.
What are you
Um,
carrying?
Backpack,
6.
right? So it's like 3 is the max for backpacks, right?
1, 2,
Does our fucking giant ass war droid really have a backpack?
2, 3.
It's okay, it's a droid backpack.
It's 3 total. It's
Oh,
a
that's
set of climbing gear, extra ammo, and a blaster pistol.
Okay, well, you see that she just kind of like slings it over her shoulder with great ease.
No.
Styled on.
So, our friend here, Iceman, he got framed for killing someone. He didn't kill that someone, and we're just trying to clear his name while we're here. And then I think we're going to Ilum. Is that what we're doing?
I mean, these aren't things you say out loud in a hallway, but yes.
No,
Where
I think
anyone
that's.
can overhear you.
Well, he wanted to clear his name. Everyone would know this.
This is true.
No one's.
So you're
no one's here.
also in trouble with the law, and yet I'm the one being treated as a...
Well, we shot the guy and took his ship, so clearly there's no law that can have us in trouble.
The droid's a little wonky.
Wait, did you shoot him?
We'll cut
I
off
was
it.
seeing a little
this-
absence of appendages.
Okay, what the? That you don't tell them that.
Oh, okay.
Tell me.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not...
he shot him.
No, he tried to shoot him and just missed. I'm gonna point that out. The only
Tesla's
person who
gonna
did
look-
anything helpful was Scarecrow.
As
Yep, you're
Tesla hears all this, Tesla's gonna look down the hall where the stormtrooper.
Where they were at,
for fuck's
they're
sake.
not in sight.
Pitch, shut him down.
Tesla's just looking that direction. That's it.
So, item number 1, restraining bolt, right?
Yeah. Let's we see a market on the way to actually let's get Rom Sale and get him to talk to Daddy. I think that's
Oh my
pit
god!
stop number.
Get me off, Daddy.
Oh
What he wants?
no!
He wants his daddy to get him off for the crimes he didn't commit.
So just so you know, Romsale's been there this whole time behind you guys, just kind of like raising his eyebrows between what everyone has been saying.
Oh shit.
All right, Rom, where's Dad at?
He says, "Well, my father's set is on the maximum level of this facility, actually."
This one that we're in right now?
Mhm.
Oh,
That's convenient.
Weirdly convenient.
I don't like it.
I'm fine with it. Let's get baby boy to Daddy. You I turned to Rom like, you remember what you're supposed to tell him, right?
He nods his head, kind of excitedly.
Okay. Let's get on out there then.
So he leads all of you up to. I'm assuming everyone's following, right?
Yep.
I am.
Yep.
Tesva.
Okay, all right. Tesva. All right, so Romsale leads you guys to the top penthouse, and you enter a room that is a little more lavish than you would expect from someone as greasy as Romsale. And
I
he,
expect
all right, you expect it. He leads you through a kind of like this lavish dining room into an office, and he kind of knocks on the door, and you guys are standing there for about 30 seconds, and Rom kind of turns around and says. And then he turns around and knocks, and just before he can put his hand up to knock, the door opens, and you see a bald but with a beard old man at the door. Very clearly, it's Rom's father. You recognize that Scarecrow. He's like,
Mr.
"What in
Sale."
the earth? What? Why are there so many people here? What? Who are you?" He looks at a loss for words, and finally pulls Rom close by his shirt and says, "Who are they?" So Romsale kind of like panics a little bit, and he's getting kind of sweaty. He's like, "They saved my life." And then he points back, and right as he does so, he notices Iceman. He says, "That man who attempted to murder us both saved you?"
Go ahead, Rom. Tell him the full story. But
Well, I had a job, and it was really high paying, like astounding amount. But
before that, let's go way back to the championship a couple years ago. Your ship. Let's go back.
so Scarecrow, just to be clear, he sabotaged you, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I don't mess it up.
He sabotaged himself, but set me up to frame me for the sabotage.
I placed a malicious virus in my ship we were racing, and I blamed it on him. The father looks pretty like soured by the information. It's kind of clear he didn't have any information about this at all. And then after he went to jail, I got a high-paying job, and he kind of like rolls up his sleeve and reveals a bunch of scars that he obviously got from Nerith, and says, "They kind of saved me from this." And so finally, Set finally looks to everyone and says, "Okay, what do you want me to do?"
You could say that we made sure that the guy who did that unhanded him.
Take a strain.
It's a funny joke.
Take,
if
no,
you
no,
understood
take
what
no, no.
happened.
Take a strain.
Taking
Iceman
a strain.
chuckles.
So Set once again reiterates, "What is it you want from me? You clearly have something in your mind that you want me to do for you."
Well, a couple things. One, I'd like to no longer be wanted by the Empire for murder, or attempted murder, that is, since I didn't do it. And second,
I don't think that's the
Wouldn't mind
distinction there.
second, wouldn't mind getting my ship out of him.
He gives you like 3 or 4 blinks and he says, "So, a bunch of ragtag explorers who are apparently adopting," he looks back at the Degruda, "are gonna ask me to have some pull with the Empire because my son is a piece of shit."
Yeah, because he's the local Imperial mob.
Okay, alright. So he folds his arms and says, "I think I might be able to help you if you can help us."
Help us.
We already did help you.
Rob Sale a little like, hello, right?
He holds up his hand and says, "If it were up to me, I would do it. I would absolutely clear your name, but currently we're in a bit of martial law. I'm really surprised they even let you land."
But they did, and now we're here, and you can clear his name. Is there something I'm missing?
You guys ever killed anyone before?
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Oh, are we not saying stuff like that now?
We just went over this.
Oh,
I'm
right.
Didn't kill anyone. That's why I'm here.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
We've been in fights. We've won fights. Sometimes with people who did not know they were in fights.
How about you, young Togruta? Have you killed anyone before?
Yes.
He says, "Alright, I will clear your name and I'll even get you that ship back, but I need you guys to kill someone for me."
Alright, so you did not have any influence until we agreed to kill someone for you. This seems very sketchy.
Tesfa's gonna say, "For what purpose do you need this person killed?" There's gonna be like a hard edge to her voice.
This person has led our population to a bit of a decline, and I would like to see him removed.
So we're going after someone in official capacity.
He gives you
Okay.
a nod.
I'm not an assassin for hire over here, so we're just gonna head down
He
to the local
rolls his
precinct.
eyes and says, "If you go down to the local precinct, you won't make it there. I promise you that."
Who are we supposed to kill?
Dacliffe Galambi.
Huh. So we can't
Yeah.
make it to the precinct to clear his name, but we can make it to the diktat and kill him.
With my help, you can.
I'm not about to kill someone to clear my name for attempted murder. I'm not gonna trade attempted murder for actual murder.
All right, you don't have
regicide.
to kill him. You can take him and you can shore him off world, sell him into slavery. I don't care, but I just want him gone.
See, all these are actual crimes, whereas right now I'm only being framed for a crime I didn't actually commit. I don't feel like I want to
no.
trade that for
Adisio.
actual crime.
Adisio, I think
It
we
won't
can
be
do
a
this.
crime when I'm in charge.
I think we can do this. We don't need to worry about this. We
See,
can talk about
it's
it.
not about whether or not we can do it.
No,
It's about how much money we get paid for it. Yeah,
It's-
I completely agree.
Look, Odysseus, I don't think you're understanding me. We can do this. We can talk about how
Listen,
we're going.
I'm willing to tolerate some of y'all's.
We can talk about how we're going to do this back on the ship when we're planning it.
So I just want All right, Scarecrow, you're doing really well, and you're gonna get a reward for not being a terrible person. But continue.
All right, we'll go talk it over, and
Yes.
well, we're keeping Rom with us for now. And I push Rom back out the door. We'll be in touch, Pop. And then
Set holds up his hand and says, "One more thing." As a gesture of goodwill, he hands you a data pad, and it's actually your ship's location.
oh, that's nice.
He says, "It's been in kind of disarray. No one's really taking care of it. It'll be a while before I can fly, but just to show you that I'm serious, I will go through with what you've asked, so long as you can help me."
All right, let's head back to the ship, gang.
Sounds fun.
And progress back to ship.
Fast travel. Do we make it there without incident, Kalo?
You guys make it to the ship without incident. You get
Yes.
a couple side looks from the expensive, looking crowd, especially Zilla gets a couple looks, but other than that, you guys make it back up.
Tesva, can you scan the ship to see if we're getting surveilled? Is that a thing you do?
I want to throw Rom
Let's
sail in
fucking
the
try.
side room and lock the door.
You what?
I'm throwing Rom sail in a side room in the ship so that he can't, be a part of this little.
Okay. He looks very surprised as you lock the door and just leave him in there.
Right. So, what I was thinking is, we can go back up. We can get Tesva maybe to record the conversation. And then
it's already recorded.
we just send that information to Gillumby.
You know what? I was thinking the exact.
I was thinking the same
goddamn
thing. Great minds think
Yeah.
alike, I swear.
Fuck this guy.
Tesla's already recorded that conversation.
He already recorded it? Lovely. This is perfect.
I mean, if he needs to be the guy in charge to get you off, and we just give the guy in charge... Fuck. You know what I mean? If he needs to be the guy in charge, and we just tell the guy in charge someone's going for him, we get goodwill, we get you cleared of all charges, we're good.
Tesla agrees with this plan.
When you finish this, will I be free to go?
Oh yeah.
Once your service to society is paid.
Ignore the robot. You're free to go now.
You're free to make some money with us, if that's what I'm saying.
I do need money.
Do you want to be stranded on Corellia?
Oh, it's pretty shit here.
Yeah, they
You're
seem
telling
like
me.
they want to arrest you a lot. Do you have any sort of skill set that can help us not get killed here? That would be helpful.
Besides
I-
taking fruit, we've established that part.
Pitt's very
I
fond of
honestly
that.
can't remember much of anything. I just tend to be able to do things sometimes.
Do things.
Yeah, it's like
Story of my life.
it's like I just try to do something and it's like I've done it before.
Oh shit, we've got another ice.
In Pitt's eyes, you just see him brimming with a smile. All he sees is raw talent. Someone like him.
All right, I dropped
I
the
know
four.
I can hit things.
So Billy steps forward and says, "So how did it go?"
Well,
Oh
no
yeah,
one
I
died.
forgot they were here.
So, pretty good.
Yeah, we were asked to assassinate someone. It was
I
weird.
ask who? She raises an eyebrow.
Do you know anything about the Corellian diktat?
He's a massive thorn in the side of Imperials, and even by Imperial standards, he is responsible for a lot of human suffering. Alien suffering at that. She kind of gives a small chuckle.
That's a weird thing to be entertained by.
You weren't the one reading the reports.
They were funny?
No, what was funny was we backed him on it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You can see that she's very clearly not finding the fact that they were harmed amused. It's just that she seems a bit angry that it even happened in the first place.
Right, so... do you know anything about... What's Daddy-O's name over there?
Set.
Set sail. Are you fucking kidding me, Kalo? You give me strain multiple times per.
Recover a strain. You can recover.
I'm recovering 4 strain for that shit.
I ran that name through my head several times, and it never occurred to me until now.
Are you fucking kidding me? Alright. Do you know anything about sense?
Okay, alright. Sorry. He's one of the mayors, essentially. He's been vying for power for quite a while.
Oh, by the way, Zilla, this is Billy, Imperial Chiss Admiral. Billy, this is Zilla.
Billy
Hello.
She's dressed in Imperial garb and has blue skin and red eyes and black.
So, do we try to take both of them down? Is that the goal here?
So leave a power vacuum?
Well,
She says it. Well, the one thing I'll say that is different is even if he's trying for power, he still does it in a, I wouldn't say good way, but better than Daycliff.
Yeah, you know what? It's just assassination. No big deal,
Yeah, it's
right?
just- Yeah. Sure would be nice
So
to
you're
have
saying-
a high-ranking Imperial member that could fill that power vacuum temporarily, wouldn't it?
huh.
Too bad
If
one of
only
those
we
aren't
knew
around.
one.
If only we knew one that would know what was going on and be sympathetic to our cause, because
So are you
But they feel
suggesting
like they
that
owe
I
it.
take that role?
that wasn't my idea. That was yours.
See, with
Good
smarts
idea.
like that, you should definitely be
I have to agree.
Give me a better idea of what you're proposing here.
Have you
Take
ever...
them both
Install
down,
you as Overlord of
and
Corellian?
we
Is that
install
what
you
it is?
at least temporarily.
What we do is...
So real quick, I want everyone to make a daunting perception check, except for
Oh,
Katia.
fuck. I hear some Steam messages.
Daunting, you said? That's 4?
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Oh, what is my
one
perception?
failure, 2 threat.
Take
So...
2 straight. You don't notice anything.
So you take
Daunting is
straight for
4
not noticing
difficulty.
anything?
4 difficulty.
Nice.
Well, look at
Yikes.
that die. It's on the edge.
I'm just gonna record everyone's thing as well.
I got 2 success, 4 threats.
So, Zilla, you notice that the droid is, like, recording the conversation and looks very apprehensive to the situation. The threat is,
God damn
Katia,
it.
you notice that you're being noticed.
She just straight up go. What kind of droid is he?
Katia is a
Or
very...
it?
You can't recognize the model. It's very different.
It's a very-
But like, is it
old-looking
bipedal? More like.
Tripedal.
Okay. Does it have any? Is it so no real humanoid form or anything?
No, definitely not humanoid.
Can you send her a picture of the droid model you are?
Yeah, I can go try and find it again.
Okay. Well, whatever the case is, she as soon as she notices she's being recorded, that she just immediately goes to hit him with her fists, with I guess her vibro knuckles equipped.
Jesus.
Damn.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Whoa.
Wait, why? Why?
He is recording us.
Tomlo just sighs, long
I
and
just
loud.
I record all conversations.
You do?
I don't trust that.
I have factually been recording every conversation this session.
So your personality on this role was annoying YouTuber?
How did you know?
Just waiting.
Recording everything.
Tesfa to say it's a prank.
always
Rowan.
has ulterior motives behind it.
No, it's just important that we have a record.
Why do
It's
we need a
exactly
record?
what the Empire says.
Tesfa, how do you feel about having Billy in charge on Corellia?
It is important that there is someone there to maintain law and order.
Billy, how do you feel about Law and Order?
She kind of gives you this sarcastic look and says, "It's great."
See? Perfect.
Tesfa, I heard that down in the gun turrets, away from where this conversation is happening, as far away as possible on the ship from where this conversation is happening, there is a book on Corellian statutes that you could be looking into right now to make sure that we don't do anything illegal while we're here. You should really
That's
look
gonna-
into that.
That's gonna be a persuasion check.
Deception versus discipline. This will be the easiest check of your life.
What's your discipline?
1?
3. No,
Oh,
3.
3? Oh, that all right. That'll be hard then.
Okay. And I do
I thought it
have
was the one
my
below.
I do have my force dice as well. Actually, I can't force persuade a droid. I don't think so. I win
Can I flip
anyways.
a destiny point to make this harder?
I already rolled.
What was the roll? One.
That's one
success?
success.
That's all it takes, baby.
And
That's what-
he's out of.
Tesfa's gonna go get the book and then return, reading the book.
Except there is no book, so they have to sit there searching for it.
Yeah. That's why it was a deception check.
Tesfa will spend some time looking for this book.
All right. Well, she's gone. Okay.
You have like a minute to 2 minutes of conversation.
Okay, so what I think we can do, we can get into Gallenby's office, get rid of him somehow. I could disguise myself as him, do a sort of radio broadcast that I'm stepping down, going into retirement, Billy's taking over.
Ooh.
That actually sounds pretty good, except for the fact that you're exceptionally unreliable when you try.
If I have a few attempts while we're up there, we just need, once we have secured his office, this has got to be a stealth operation. I'm sure I could do it. Or I'll
Help
pass
our
out
little-
and you'll have to drag me out of there. One of the two will happen. I got that booster before, that adrenaline thing, and it makes it much easier. You saw me earlier. I turned into Den.
Well, I'm still a wanted criminal here, so maybe we pretend like I'm your prisoner and you want to turn me in, but you want to do so personally to that dude for the...
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
we're-
turn people into the diktat.
Yeah, that's your stipulation.
Are you that high profile?
Yeah, I'm the champion that is framed for murder, followed from grace.
You're the prince that was promised?
You're not wrong, okay?
All right. All right. Anyone?
I'm a legend.
Pitt, Bubble, Zilla, Billy? You want any opposition here?
Billy kind of gives a shrug and says, "It's better than being on this ship. No offense."
Damn. Okay, Billy.
What about Sale? I mean, we're kind of betraying him here.
I
Betraying
don't
him,
expect
he
him to
betrayed me
survive.
First.
I don't expect him to survive.
No. Well, I mean, Billy would be in charge. That'll be up to them. What they want to do for people that are trying to assassinate political opponents.
I mean, we could still do this as a two-step thing, a two-step thing, where we go to Gallenby, tell him that the other guy, that Sale was trying to do stuff, have them deal. Whoever lives out of that, we just replace them rather than dealing with both.
That's not.
That
That's
seems
not.
Like, Billy,
But a
you're not
worthwhile
okay
one.
with the whole assassination thing, right?
Absolutely not.
Billy?
Sorry, what did she say? Someone was steaming me.
You would be very not okay with the whole assassination thing, right?
She says, "If you get me to a public library, I can show you exactly why I would be okay with watching him burn."
Okay, so but you would take care of it if you were in power. It's
Yes.
all right.
I'm putting matches and gasoline on the shopping list.
And I assume you wouldn't have such anti-alien policies as I assume not human yourself.
Is that a real question?
Well, I'm just making sure we're all on the same page here. See, Zilla? Corellia'd be a much nicer place.
Whatever is the most efficient thing.
Sounds pretty efficient to me.
At this point, Tesfa's going to come back into the room and be like, "Where's the book? There's no book there. Did you lie to me?"
Oh, we must have left it on Heliod. That's
Ah, it's too
unfortunate.
bad. That was a good book too.
Oh yeah, we were reading it all yesterday, or however long ago it was that we were there. Right, Adicio? It was a page turner.
Yeah, I grew up with that book.
Did you know? Do you remember, Adicio, how it's illegal to use food synthesizers on the streets on Sundays in Coronet City? That shocked me.
I also didn't realize that it was illegal to not tell people you're recording them when you're recording them.
Oh yeah, that was key.
Oh my
That was a choice law.
I'd say, easy persuasion, average persuasion.
What's your deception? Or your not or discipline? We'll use that as the rule.
Discipline's 3.
It'll be hard difficulty, guys.
Corey?
You guys got a lot of destiny points over here.
All right, I'll do it, and then one success, 2 threat. I'm gonna try to get rid of the threat, but triumph.
Okay, so,
Yay, no threat. One
Tess
success,
will be
one
like-
triumph.
Tess will be like, "I had forgotten about that." Okay, fair warning. I will be recording everything.
All right, you should send us, just to be fair, the recordings that you took of the meeting in Set Sail's office. You should upload those to the ship's computer just so we have them.
Yeah, Tesfa will do that.
I don't want to be in any of your recordings.
All right, we'll make sure nothing gets recorded with you in it anymore, Zilla. Because Tesfa's not going to be recording anything else. Was it their permission or their knowledge?
Knowledge.
I believe I used the wording of knowledge.
Okay,
He
well,
used the word of knowledge.
I didn't say knowledge, but I said without their knowing, something like that. I didn't say permission.
okay, well, that was a missed opportunity.
A missed opportunity.
It's not a missed
do
opportunity
have a
if I
triumph.
created the opportunity in the first place.
You didn't maximize your potential is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Anyways.
Oh.
Alright, so regime change in a sector. This sounds reasonable.
Yeah, so what's our play here? We do the prisoner thing? Turning me in?
We
Getting
can
close?
we can try that. I feel like that's going to end with us getting shot.
She holds up her blue finger and says, "Or we just take advantage of the fact that the Empire is wounded and just shoot him in the face."
Well, we have to get to his face
I like
before
that.
we shoot it.
I'm not into the whole assassinating people thing. I feel like I have to keep coming back to this. I'm not a murderer.
But you could be.
Tesfa agrees.
Well, Billy,
Up your test.
We are not murderers for hire.
You get me into some sort of Imperial communications device, I might be able to get us some help on this.
wasn't Nerith associated with the Empire? Maybe this ship has
Very
that?
few people would be privileged to that information.
Yeah, but he should still have a communicator. A way for you to contact them that's like clearly Imperial, and you're an admiral.
Bet you who. Guess who would know? Maybe Rom Sale, since he was his personal pilot. Let's get Rom.
Let's get Ron back in here. Come on out.
So he walks back out and looks a little, like his eyebrow is raised. He's like, "Okay, hi."
Question for Mr. Sale.
Okay.
Do you happen to know if we have any Imperial communications devices on the ship?
He says, "Sure, follow me," and he starts walking towards the cockpit.
See? Easy. I follow him.
he
We all
starts to do something on the console and lists like the actual like things that are installed on the ship. Does a couple things on the computer and reveals that there is a very long range communicator installed on the ship, and it appears to have the correct channels, according to him.
I show Billy the terminal.
Says, "All right, it might be a while. You can, if you don't trust me, you can stay here with me, but it'll be a while before I get any."
I would like a time check. How long has it been since we talked to the Imperial? Has it been
About
3 hours?
2 hours. Like you guys have been talking. Like yeah, it's currently about 8 p.m.
I would like to indicate that we need to send footage to the Imperials showing that this kind of sneer at the what's your race called?
Tagruta.
Tagruta, kind of sneer a little bit at the Tagruta.
Are you gonna sneer with no face?
Gonna tilt my head back. And
Okay.
and prisoner is doing their job.
I think we're gonna have to turn Tessa
I am
in since they
no
were recording
prisoner.
us earlier without our knowledge. That's
Yeah.
against the law.
Yeah, I mean, like, sure, you're not really a prisoner. Just they think you're a prisoner, and Tesfa thinks you're a prisoner. But Tesfa, clearly your own infractions there, you're going to be on the run right now, too. So either you need to turn yourself in, or we can't send anything from you, or else they're going to know.
I'm saying, regardless of my infractions, we still should uphold our duty.
So you'd like to incarcerate yourself for a while. I think that's only fair. Everyone else agree?
Makes sense to me.
I've got the binders right here.
Tesfa says, sure, but first we're going to send this video.
All
They
right.
didn't need video, they only needed audio communication.
I said that I would send a video to the stormtrooper.
Yeah, but they told me afterwards that they only needed audio, so it's fine.
I was there when he left.
Were you though? I don't know if that a criminal
You
would
wanna
have
try
such a
and
good memory.
deceive?
So while
droid?
while,
No,
while y'all are
that's not a
bickering,
deception check. That's
You-
just objective truth.
Katia, did you already upload all your footage to the ship?
Yeah, she said she did.
Okay. So while all y'all are arguing, I'm going to go ahead and use my. I'm going to edit the footage to only show where she's like picking up and carrying the backpack from earlier.
Over and over and over again.
Well, it's a decent amount of footage of us walking
They're
around there. so-
torturing me
Yeah.
for doing weightlifting.
For-
Endless repetitions.
Okay.
The monotony.
So you
No,
you send that.
3 months
We'll
hard
record
boredom.
something like that and send it, yeah. And then Tesla will exit the ramp and head to the local jail and turn herself in.
Oh my god!
Where is she going? Should we follow her?
We can deal with that later once Billy's in charge.
Good riddance as far as I'm concerned.
Wait, Bubbles, did you have the that necklace, or did Tesfa?
Tesva did not have the necklace.
Okay. The mask, you have that?
Tesva did not have the mask.
Okay. Just I don't care. I'm just
Of course.
No, Tesla had the mask.
No. No.
Oh wait, no.
It's in my inventory.
Is it in your bag or is it in your... Was it in your bag or was it in your you?
That seems like something that would have got it.
Oh no, it's not in my inventory anymore. I must have given
Yeah,
it to
I'm
someone.
pretty sure Bubbles took both
Fuck.
of them from.
Yeah.
God damn it. I almost had it. So close.
You guys are real. Oh my god.
What?
Nothing. No, continue, man. It's all right. It's good.
All right, so we got some time to kill here. We know we got to get to that office. Also, we could go get my ship. or at least check the place out beforehand.
I don't know if we can land again without if we take off.
We can walk.
Did
Public
you all
transportation.
commandeer this ship?
No, this is totally just. This is ours.
So, Kadia, they
Sounds like
fine
you
you
commandeered
500
it.
credits, and you are to spend a day in jail.
But
I
Kalo,
would like to go through that whole like sequence of entering the like Office of Law and all that.
Is that an
There's-
actual law?
there's a small flaw with this.
Well, what's up? What's up?
We didn't. That isn't a law. Tespa didn't do anything wrong.
I know.
Hey, 500 credits is 500 credits, I guess.
So there's like humoring the droid taking its money and
That's what
chucking
it
him in the
sounds
drunk
like to
tank.
me. Yep.
Right?
It's just a droid.
Well, you win
So
some, then you win
you approach the counter, and there is an Imperial officer just kind of looking you up and down, saying, "Someone hasn't had their memory wiped."
Ooh.
I'll look at the officer and I'll say I'd like to report a crime.
He kind of straightens up a bit and says, "What crime?"
I have 2 crimes to report. One, I have a crime of
Passion.
unlicensed surveillance. What would it be? Like
Yeah, that's fine.
unlawful
No, not
surveillance?
unlicensed.
Yeah,
Unlawful.
unlawful surveillance and a crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
Oh shit.
Oh, great.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's not on us. It's on sale. We're not conspiring to commit murder, but Mr. Sale sure is.
We're on the video agreeing to it though.
Yeah, but we're also on the next video saying we're not going to do that.
No. But also
No,
kind
you
of.
sent me out of the room for that.
The officer says, "What?"
No, you were out of the room. You were out of the room for the plan on how to kill him the second time. You were
Yeah,
in the room
officer-
for us saying we wouldn't do it.
The
Okay,
officer
so I got the
like
recording of you
makes
saying
the
you wouldn't.
motion towards 2 naval troopers. He says, "Put a restraining bolt on this droid and throw him in."
I would say I have proof.
I'm sure you do.
Can I just like play the audio?
Restraining bolt of blood.
Jesus Christ. You could play the audio, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start playing the audio of the conversation, starting with the office.
Okay. As you start to play it, the 2 naval troopers lock a restraining bolt on you, and they
Okay, that's fair.
and they kind of shock you. They say, "Get in the back." They don't even seem to be paying attention and literally take you towards the back.
Okay.
If you're wondering why, I can give you a reason as to why they just do not give a damn.
No. I think I know why they don't give a damn.
It could be because you're made of metal.
Yeah, obviously. But that's what Tespa would do in that scenario,
All right.
regardless of how it plays out.
So they fine you 500 credits for disturbing the peace. And so you'll be let out in a day,
Okay.
returned to your master.
Do we get like an email notification about this?
I don't see why they would get any notification about this.
No, they have no idea that you guys are involved. Good luck.
Let's use this time efficiently.
Oh my god!
All right, next steps here. Billy, how long you think is it gonna take for you to get word?
I can get. They're all responding as quickly as they can. It'd be about a day for them to.
All right, a day.
Mhm.
So, Kalo,
I think I broke the sound effect.
No, I.
is Rom still in the room?
Yes,
Yeah.
we didn't send him away.
Okay, so he knows the plan to depose one guy and let what's her name get rid of his dad. That's
Does
safe
he?
to say.
I don't
No,
think so.
You guys didn't say it in front of him.
Yeah,
No, we
You
got him
sure?
back afterwards.
yeah. The only thing he knows is that Billy's trying to talk to people, and we're asking them how long that's going to take.
Okay.
It's good thinking, though, Bubbles.
Yeah. All right, so we got a day. What? Anybody got some shopping to do? Something like that?
We can have a little break if you guys do want to shop.
A break would be excellent.
All right, we'll take a break. We may or may not shop during the break. We'll be back in.
Like QVC.
We'll be back at let's say 10:08 p.m. EDT. But I'll also have the text up, so be back soon.
Yeah.
All right.
Kayla, I'm going to do 2 mechanics rolls for the modification upgrades.
Ooh,
Just let you know.
We're back. I bought a restraining
Oh.
bolt. Sleverd bought an attachment for something.
This restraining bolt is cheat items, I would like to say.
You built a
I
droid.
successfully did both of them.
You chose a droid.
Cheat items.
It's like restraining cuffs, but it's a bolt.
So they release you, Katia, after 24 hours.
Okay, I'm curious though. Do I have monies on my character sheet for that?
What? Why would I know that? That's your sheet. What?
On the actual like in the game, the PDF printout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should.
I'm not seeing it anywhere.
It should be on the.
Oh, there it is. Credits. Okay.
Yeah.
I just need to record. You said 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure to record that.
it's the price of justice.
Alright, so
Allegedly.
I guess Tesla needs to roll a dice.
Sleverd, I feel like we did not check the emissive map of this building right here.
Which one?
What we're landed on.
Oh, yeah, I might have missed them.
What are you
Okay.
checking the? What are you rolling for, Katia?
It's been a night.
Oh, right. I thought you meant for one of the dauntless thingies, but yeah. Oh no.
Oh,
So do you want to head back to the ship, Katia, or are you just going to sit outside of the jail like a schmuck?
Tespa's going to head back to the ship, I think. Yeah, back to the ship.
Okay, sure. You head back to the ship. You guys see the droid get up the boarding ramp?
Hey, everyone, Esfa's back.
We don't have to let it back in, do we?
Well, it would probably just tear the door of the ship off if we don't. So, you know.
She does this thing where every day well, some days she just turns into a completely
Billy
different
pipes
thing.
up and says, "This droid has brain problems."
We know. Like, I know I'm not the brightest, but I did figure that out.
Well, we were telling Zilla. It's okay,
I'd
Bubbles.
say I'm not the brightest.
There's been some real Flanderization in our characters between these sessions.
I'm gonna check in with Billy. Check, see the.
I lower the ramp so that Tesfa can get back on.
Any news, Billy?
Billy says, "I have a detachment of stormtroopers that'll help us when we need it."
Well, where are they?
They work for the city.
Okay, so they're on planet. They're in the district.
Yes, she nods.
Do they know what's going on?
They have every bit of information they need, and they know that it's me behind it.
All right.
When things start happening, how do we know which of the stormtroopers not to shoot?
I told them to paint a blue hand over their helmet when the time is ready.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
Hashtag not subtle.
Showmanship.
All right, so one more time. What's the game plan here?
Out of curiosity first, though, Billy, what is your full name?
She says, "I don't think you'd be able to pronounce it very well."
Try me. If we're going to be installing you, we kind of need to know, like, if I'm, like, pretending to be Galambi, I need to be able to say who you are. Like, in a formal setting, how would they refer to you?
Are you Admiral Billy?
I think they'll take Admiral Billy. She looks a little embarrassed.
Kayla, what I'm going for is this another set sail situation?
No, if you're one, no.
Okay.
Billy blanks.
That's. I assume you know why she's saying no, but
Her full name is, like, her last name is Vitternot. It's actually Billy Vitternot.
I don't know what that. I don't understand the joke, but all right.
Believe it or not.
Oh.
Rom Sale.
Oh no!
himself
Take a string.
said-
No, I'm making fun of what you would do in this situation.
No, that's not it. That's not.
All right. Well, I think we've got a. Are we like doing an assault on somewhere now? We have stormtroopers. This is it's really getting out of hand.
She says the best way to start would be to probably try and take down the detention facility so they don't have a garrison to respond. But that's just my idea.
No, we're trying to sneak in and.
You can be stealthy and still kill people, she says with a grin.
By
we're
shutting
not
down
killing anyone.
Hey, Tesla, how are you feeling this morning?
Tesla looks at you. Fine.
Okay.
I'm
Are
no
you
less
recording?
eased by that response.
How do you feel about upholding
I
laws?
cannot- Give me a second. I can't. The sound was too loud. Oh. Ask that last question again, Nerd.
How do you?
Are you recording?
Kind of pause. No, not right now.
How do you feel about upholding the laws of Corellia?
Laws can be useful.
Can be
Perfect.
useful.
Oh my god, it's chaotic neutral. Oh my
What
god,
is-
it's chaotic neutral.
What is
Wait,
happening
is it
with this
literally
droid?
an
It seems
alignment?
different.
Every day this happened. Like, once she ripped the arm off a soldier and beat another one to death with it. Was trying to murder everyone.
Several others. Let's.
And
You
now
don't
she's
make-
being all lie. Once she was making a nest out of everything she could take apart. That's why we have no more toaster on this ship. It was a mess.
And why do you keep this droid around?
Ask
Because it
Pitt.
can hit things really hard.
Yeah, did you hear about the ripping arms off? That is useful.
Until it's our arms.
You don't need to worry about that.
Alright, so here we go. Let's pretend I'm the prisoner. You want to turn me in to the man himself.
Should
So,
I?
Billy holds up her hand and says, I've actually managed to set up a bit of an appointment with good old Galimbi.
What kind of appointment?
Well, he thinks I'm coming, so...
Ooh.
He thinks you're coming or you're coming?
I guess I could if you want, but I just set it up so you could get in easily.
I think in that
You should-
situation it's best if you're there.
Yeah.
Do we still all have the stormtrooper armor?
You still have a few in the back.
Bubbles is
how many
wearing
do
a
we
very
have?
deformed set at the moment.
Oh, since we slept, I guess I de-strain. And one
You have a
wound.
few.
How are you wounded? You were in Bacta!
I don't know. I just assume that when I have wounds I can't explain, one of the other party members punched me.
God.
Well, I punched the droid, but not you.
Yet.
Oh,
Big
Did you roll for damage?
Do we have enough stormtrooper armor sets that
Never prompt.
most everyone can be in stormtrooper?
I think we have 3 sets of Stormtrooper armor. I'm also wearing my set, so it's probably not in the best shape. I'm not in the best shape.
Fat stormtrooper.
is there someone I should
maybe-
look like?
Ooh, that's true. That would free up a set of armor. I mean,
Billy says, I hate to be that person, but who is the Togruta with us?
Zilla.
Okay, alright.
We She was getting arrested by some Imperials. We generally don't agree with Imperials, present company excluded. And,
I generally don't agree with Imperials either, she shrugs.
alright, well, we decided that her going to jail was probably not the best thing for us. And now we have a helper.
Okay, but she says, don't speak for her. Who are you?
I don't really know. All I can really remember clearly is that I was held in some sort of place. I was detained somewhere, and I was tortured pretty much every day. And somehow I escaped, and there was a lot of death involved. I don't remember much of the details. I remember my name, my first name, and I can do things sometimes. Sometimes I can do things like I've done them before.
When you say there was
She gives
death
you a slow
involved,
nod.
did you cause the death?
Yes.
Told you she was a go-getter. I spot talent.
Oh god, after this campaign, Pithiddle's gonna retire and start a talent agency, isn't he?
Oh no!
Just the worst.
All right, so we got a crew here. We got Billy. We can put some of us in Stormtrooper armor as her personal guard. We can have Zilla act as like, I don't know, attaché translator, personal translator.
Yeah. I can't exactly fit into one of those stormtrooper helmets.
Yeah. So you,
But what
So
region?
as
Same
you guys are
with-
talking about this, Tesva's gonna interject. We should record that one at least appearing to look like she's under heavy labor, just so we don't get those stormtroopers on it.
Before we go?
Well, it's been a while. I probably want an update.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret. They probably don't care.
Do you want to risk that?
A little bit.
I'm willing to let a Imperial Admiral send him a message saying it's taken care.
Ooh, even better.
You guys get their names, Billy says with a coy look as she cocks her head to the side.
I assume so.
Oh, I have
That
an
we,
So,
we have
Zilla-
a device to send.
I'll
it to.
say that, yeah.
Zilla
yeah,
would know.
Zilla would know for sure. The guards would have just introduced themselves.
Or are they like just talking amongst
Hello, I'm
themselves?
Sergeant Murphy. Get down on the ground.
Corellian law.
You have the right to know who you're being arrested by.
I think that's in the statute.
So
we
just
know the
make
name.
up some name.
What are their names, Frog?
Shrek and Kigrin.
Sound like
She
it.
says, "Okay, all right. You know what? Those are good names." And she kind of like turns around to the console and says, "You guys should get going."
You're
going.
going with us.
We haven't
You
even
can tell
just...
she looks a little apprehensive about going in the first place.
Don't you want to see your public?
She sighs and stands up. All right, and then she presses what looks like a send button and says, "I'm ready to go."
All right, so let's take stock of our party here. We got a droid who doesn't need armor. Togruta, who's the translator. Zilla, that's what we're going with?
Yeah, you know, personal.
I'm not so sure I could pass as a translator.
Maybe
Personal assistant to Admiral
Yeah.
Billy.
administrative assistant.
Okay.
What if some of
Assistant
us
to
just,
the admiral.
What if some of us just met up with the Blue Hands before this?
You know what? If we're gonna we're gonna need some blue paint.
That Sliver
Don't you
picked
think
up
of a
on
good
it.
idea?
We got any blue paint in the ship?
I'm gonna flip a destiny point and say we do.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
all right, all right,
That's
all
fair.
right.
Oh, convenient, right here. Look at this. Brushes too.
It's gonna be another Destiny point.
Don't
No,
put
you get the
paint.
brushes with 1 point. It's all good.
The droid is gonna paint over like the back of its head.
Some extendable arms you got there.
No one's gonna be able to see it from there.
So let's
The
put
thing is, the
myself-
droid is generally in front of us, so the people who need to see it will. At least I think that's...
Okay, well then, if that's
think-
pointed out, I'll paint it on my chest then. Does that work?
Yeah. That's fine.
You said it's a blue hand,
Mm-hmm.
and it'd be a blue hand giving a middle finger.
Okay.
I think.
Hedgy.
So I think myself, probably.
I did not say
Tom
Shrek, DJ True Justice.
and Pit can all fit in the armor, well enough that it would make sense. Stormtrooper armor,
Okay. Okay, so 3 stormtroopers.
and we got a Bubbles.
Trandoshan
Personal
guard.
bodyguard, maybe. Yeah, personal bodyguard. for the
Trandoshans are
Admiral.
mercenaries a lot of the time, she says
Yeah.
loudly.
That makes sense, right? Bubbles, can you act like a bodyguard?
Holds gun like a bodyguard. Like what?
Perfect.
Remember that growling thing, like looking fierce, that we talked about in the prison?
Yeah, anyone gets too close to the Admiral, you show them.
She says, no, that's not good enough. Show me your war face.
Don't smile again, Bubbles.
So I think we should be good.
Okay,
good
she
to go.
says, I guess we're good to go.
I'm just in armor? Is that what we decided? Okay.
Yeah. Me, you, and Mr. Pitt.
With the way your range heavy and light is set up, you'll actually be a stormtrooper, so unable to hit anything.
Okay, that's rude.
Oh, Zilla, do you have a gun?
I
she
do.
Pulls... sorry, continue.
But she's got the gun I gave her earlier, or that she was carrying earlier.
Actually, I have some of my own equipment as well.
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna hold on to the gun that you were carrying earlier,
I
or are
fully
you just gonna give
intend
it
to
back?
not give the droid anything back.
Okay, excellent.
You are going straight for Pitt Hiddle's heart.
Oh,
That's
Dangerous
like
falling
his
in love
eyes are
with
tearing
a
up.
chick with no memory.
A single unsalted tear.
This is how Adam Sandler
Oh,
movies
God.
start.
Tespa is going to attempt to steal her gear back.
What? Skullduggery versus, what the shit?
Vigilance.
Vigilance, yeah.
Okay, so how do
Three
I roll
difficulty.
that?
3 difficulty, 1 setback.
The half-ton droid sneaks up.
You're
on
not
us.
rolling anything, Frog. So
He's
you're
basically
basically right here. Yeah, Katia is rolling against your
This
what
is
you have
like, you'll
in
be
terms of your stats.
fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
This robot is
you
not
clearly see me try and steal your gear back, saying, and I'm
Stomp,
kind of like,
stomp,
that's
stomp.
mine.
Billy says, we should get going, guys.
Do you let me get the gear or not?
Wait, did you roll?
Yeah.
I failed to like sneakily do it, but I'm still like, that stuff's mine. And
You gave it to me.
I said, no, I let you carry it.
Does your character
It
forget
sounds.
and you reset?
I think so, right?
Depends
Maybe.
on how much information Katia is willing to share.
Exactly. This is the first time you have heard me talking about something prior to a reason.
Something past tense.
They're purple. They're purple.
You gave it to me. You're
I-
not remembering.
I let you carry it so that you could be free. You owe me.
That really doesn't seem like what you were saying at the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You're here, are you not?
I'm just gonna turn away from The droid
Billy
and
lets
his
out a small
friend is
chuckle.
not-
Testfa, I'll buy you something pretty after the end.
Boy.
I tap my watch and be like, it's appointment time, gang.
Alright, Tesla will relent upon hearing Pitt offering to buy or something.
Oh my god. Alright,
So,
guys.
so what you just so you know, so you can add it to your sheet, what you actually got from me was a blaster pistol, the extra reload for the blaster pistol, and then a set of climbing gear.
Thanks.
Man, that's great!
And a backpack.
Oh, I didn't have a backpack. It was just kind of like slung on me.
Yeah, but you gave me the backpack.
I never had a backpack.
Oh, okay.
We'll call it an assumed backpack.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Alright, alright.
Are we making our way to that appointment?
So,
Yes.
the actual building that Gallenby would be in is this really weirdly curved building over.
I hate curves.
Curved swords.
That curve is so weird. All right, are we making our way downtown, walking
Shut
fast?
up and take a
Oh no!
Alright, so you guys dismount from the ship, and you make your way down to the through the building and onto the rainy runway. There's a couple civilians going here and there. There appears to be a very... These civilians look a little scared.
Do they look wealthy? Not wealthy?
They look poor.
They're like serfs, dock workers, like.
Dock workers, warehouse
Oh.
workers, maybe like a dock hand, like just typical workforce.
Okay.
Every once in a while, you see what looks to be stormtroopers walking back and forth. None of them have the blue hand on their face, but it's very clear this place is heavily patrolled.
Okay.
Perhaps
Yeah,
we
we
are the
should cover the mark on the droid for now.
Might be a good idea.
Tesfa could get
Those we
arrested
have-
again.
You're right. Forget I said anything.
All right, so you guys start to go make your way towards what appears to be the state building. As you approach, you see a very large detachment of stormtroopers guarding the checkpoint. They appear to be under direct supervision of 2 Imperial officers.
I'm just peeking at Sleverd through the Sleverd's face
So, who-
texture through the building.
Who actually bought the restraining bolt?
I did.
Corey.
I will say, pass me that restraining bolt real quick.
You don't know I have it. You
Oh,
were in
I'm
jail
Not
when
aware
it
of this.
You were in jail.
Okay.
Also, I don't feel like they would do that.
So you guys get a little bit closer, and one of the officers holds up his hands and says, "Why are you here?"
I make way for Billy to step forward.
Billy steps forward and says, "This is Admiral Billy, and I'm here to see Dictat Gallenby." And the officer kind of raises an eyebrow. He then immediately salutes and directs the rest of his squad to do so. And all the stormtroopers stop. They drop their weapons and they literally salute at the first available opportunity. The officer says, "All right, we'll take you to see him."
Damn straight.
Okay, so they lead you into the building. It's a very expensive, kind of like someone spent a little too much time thinking they were artsy. There's weirdly shaped tiles and abstract images that may look like germs, if you had to have a better guess, literally on the walls. He leads you to an elevator and says, "All right, so what's with the droid?"
They're here for manual.
Protection is
what?
difficult. It's a dangerous galaxy right now, sir.
Why is there no restraining bolt on that droid?
It's programmed for subterfuge and military activities. I do not recommend challenging the droid, sir.
Droid, what is your designation? Oh,
Out of
Kadi's got-
character. Yeah, out of character. Give me context for this. Like, is that like the model or?
He's asking you what your prime directive is, what you do.
Oh, okay. Assistance in logistical operations.
Oh yeah? What's your system model?
Windows 98.
Yeah, Windows 9. Would I actually know? I guess.
Yeah,
What-
run
what-
DX diag on yourself. What comes?
So the war droid box that you have
Mhm.
would indicate that you are meant for warfare and the literal crushing of skull.
Okay, I'll just say, warfare.
Okay, so he kind of says, "Okay, why do you guys have a bunch of undesirables with you?" He kind of like looks at the Togruta and Bubbles.
And at this point, I step forward and I say, "You're wasting the Admiral's valuable time."
Bubbles just
Billy
waves.
gives a bit of a nod and says, "Why are you questioning my authority?" The officer goes pale in the face and says, "Yes, I'm sorry," and he like runs away hastily. He says, "It's floor 8." He yells as he goes down the hall.
We're in the small building or the tall building?
The tall curve.
Tall curve, got it.
So you guys are gonna go in the elevator, I take it.
Yep.
I ain't taking
Yeah.
the stairs.
All right. You guys go all the way to the top, and you see the door opens up to a very it looks a lot more official than the lobby. It looks like people just push pencils here, so to speak, all day long. There's cubicles everywhere, and in the back you can see what appears to be the dictat. He's got his head down and is currently working. There is a detachment of stormtroopers guarding him. It looks like there's about 12 of them.
Do any of them have a blue hand on their helmets?
Won't have it yet.
Ah, someone fell
Bubbles is
from
pretty
the
big right now. Peering through the
Godzilla!
window.
We already have
Uh,
Zilla.
Yeah.
Oh, take a strain.
Come on, man. You can't do this to me. I feel like I should be immune after set sail for at least one session.
I'll whisper towards Billy.
Yeah,
as
I
like,
think he should be. Zilla thinks that was funny.
All right, no strain this time.
Yes.
I'll whisper towards Billy. Any of these guys yours?
She pulls out a communicator and whispers a couple words into it and says, "We'll see."
Oh,
Very
Alrighty.
reassuring.
She says, "All right, let's go," and she starts to move towards the dictat, and you can tell that her hand is on her blaster pistol.
excuse me, Dictat Gallenby, sir.
He raises his head. Yes.
There was a disturbance in the streets. There appears to be some of the undesirables, I believe we call them, making a ruckus. If we left part of our retinue downstairs, if you would send some of your own down to help, we would very much appreciate that so that we can have a productive meeting up here.
Okay, that's gonna be a daunting.
Daunting.
check. Yeah, that's daunting for sure.
All right.
I think we should
Or
get
not
a boost
discipline.
due
Sorry,
to the,
deception. Deception.
The
Yeah.
scuffed appearance of Pit Hill's armor. It looks like it's seen some shit very recent.
Yes. Okay. Sure.
Does that give me a boost?
Yes, we'll say.
Yeah, sure.
Isn't he a little fat to be a stormtrooper?
All right. Now I'm
It's
also
just
using
pooling
force for
blood on the
this.
inside. That's all it's done.
2 success, 1 advantage. Also, I get 2 success, 3 advantage.
Okay, so the success he says, "Oh yes, right away," and he just kind of like waves his hand. He doesn't direct any particular group. You see a couple stormtroopers nod to each other, and then another group nod to each other. 2 of the squads of 4 have.
How many were there?
Is Stern.
There were 3 squads of 4.
All right.
So there's 4 left.
Tesfa's going to move towards the door during this conversation, just like slightly.
All right. I used 1 advantage for strain. For the other 2 advantage, is there any sort of like door locking mechanism that I noticed that would seem to be able to keep people out if it was broken?
Yes, so you see that there is what looks to be a panic button, so to speak, right at his desk.
Okay. Oh, wait, a lockdown panic button or an alert everyone to come save me panic button? There's a very clear distinction between these functions, Kalo.
Perhaps you
we'll
don't
say
know.
it's the one you were asking for.
Okay. The rain stopped and I feel like I've gone deaf.
Yeah, same.
So, so how many people
Gallaby-
knows that panic button?
So I would say it's pretty large. Like it's not really hidden because of the nature of which it was created, Corey.
So why don't I'm gonna do something real quick.
Can
before
I will describe an action right before you can do that. Is that good?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So Gallenby says, "I haven't seen you in a while. Last time you were here, you were opposing every single thing I did and making a general nuisance of yourself." And she kind of winces as she like palms her pistol.
Pit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Could I flip a destiny point to have that maybe like a exposed wiring for that button? Like it's been repaired recently, and the repairs are visible.
Sure.
Something like a panel on the wall, something like that.
Yeah, okay, there's a panel on the wall behind him. The other stormtroopers don't seem to be very alerted to the fact that Billy has her pistol being palmed at her.
I'm gonna slowly move against one of the walls to be between 2 of the stormtroopers.
You want to like step between them?
Yeah, well, I want to like step alongside them. I want to be like.
Oh, okay, sure, that's
stand
fine.
to attention.
They kind of let you into the group.
Yeah.
Tesla's gonna be by the main entrance.
Gallenby seems to notice that something is wrong. His whole demeanor changes, and he sits back in his chair, and he says, "What's the meaning of this?"
We're here on behalf of some very fine gentlemen. No,
Fine gentlemen.
so go for it.
Okay. Tesla's gonna say something. If someone else wants to say something.
No, go for it.
Go for it.
Okay. Tesla's gonna be like,
Great.
we are here because we have some issues with the way you are running things.
He says, "Excuse me, droid?"
Okay, I'm like, I just kind of look at him. I'm like, I'm gonna cut to the chase. We're here to kill you, but we could not kill you if you make it worth our while.
Wait,
Oh,
explain
God.
again?
There was a much smoother way about doing this. I pull out my blaster and fire.
At what?
At Tesfa or Gallenby?
Okay, so everyone roll initiative, please. Jesus H. Christ.
I gave
So
you a
vigilance
chance,
or cool?
okay?
This is gonna be cool, because this was a plan. You guys thought of this, and you still fucked it up.
We didn't
Cool.
think of this.
We didn't fuck this up.
Not at all. I
Someone
was gonna get Scarecrow's name cleared first, but that's cool.
Yeah.
we can do that
Maybe
too.
you just roll the ability, right?
Yeah, so
Yes, it's
the cool
no
ability.
difficulty. Yeah,
Yeah.
no difficulty.
I have 1 success, 2 advantage.
I have 1 success.
2 success, 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
I have 2 success, 1 advantage.
2 success, 2 advantage.
Ooh, nice.
1 second. I'm starting from Sleverd. What's your
2 success, 2 advantage.
okay? And then inertial.
3 success.
Okay, Kadia.
1 success.
Okay, and that's by the way, that triumph can result in a free maneuver, I believe. Basically, you're already at close range with him. You could move to engaged, or medium for that matter. And what was your roll again?
2 success, 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
Okay, and then Corey.
I got 1 success, 2 advantage.
And then Frog.
2 success, 1 advantage.
Okay, so it doesn't look like the Stormtrooper group is with you. They quickly pull out their weapon.
Can I pull out my own blaster and point it at the droid and say, are we actually in combat yet, or could I?
Well, if you would have said something beforehand, I would have been okay, sure. But
Alright, that's fine. I didn't think of it till just now.
that's fine, that's fine.
Halfway through combat. Actually, before this started, can I?
You could have flipped the destiny point to say that I said I'm here to kill you instead of we.
I mean, okay, if you want to spend a destiny point like that, I mean, I guess it's not
Nah.
a...
Man.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't think that's worth.
Okay, and then Gallamby is actually going to roll for his. He's actually not as good as his friends are.
But it's still pretty good.
0 success, 2
Wow.
advantage.
Okay, so there are 4 party members going. So right as combat starts, you notice that Gallamby has yelled into a comm that he needs help in the comp.
Wait a minute. But our guy couldn't shoot at our own droid.
Yeah, that sounds an awful lot like an action.
Continue, guys. 4 party members going.
Okay.
Pitt, you were taking an action, so
Yeah, I might as well just go ahead and give him a little pop. So I'm going to go ahead and
So
aim.
anyway, I started blast.
Okay, all right.
I started blast.
Okay, so those upgrades that I got on my weapon. Let's see.
Let's
I
see
gotta
it,
read
let's
through
see
them
it.
again. Okay, so here am I at close range, or where am I at?
Currently, you are at close.
Okay,
Any further forward, and you would be engaged.
cool. So I'm at close range. My sight already gives me 1. I have accurate 1 on top of that, and I've aimed. I'm going to use my mark target firing lock. So this is another maneuver to do it. So I'm going to take, and you'll see what happens when I use it.
When this hits 88,
You're gonna see some serious shit.
okay.
Okay, so mark target firing lock.
Who are you shooting at?
I'm shooting the main dude, the big tap.
Okay.
This is probably one of the worst rolls I think I could have gotten from this, but they on mark target firing lock, I can remove or cancel threat that I get. So I'm going to cancel the one threat that I got. So it'll be 2 success, 2 advantage. My weapon has a crit rating of 1, so I can crit him and add vicious plus 10 to it.
Okay, all right, my man's stylish.
So it's 8 damage and a crit plus 10.
Can I go next?
How much
30.
damage?
8 damage.
That's a 30
crit.
roll, and it's up to your party. I don't think they'll be mad if you go for it next.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
So
After
can
he
I
gets his
run
crit.
up to
If
the
you give me 1
target
second
as
to
well?
resolve the crit, just 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I just need to find the crit because it likes to randomize them. Oh my god.
Yeah, Kayla's slow. You just have to get used to it.
Whoa. Okay.
Got him.
All right. All
Got him.
right.
Why is there an untextured little space tug on the...
Yes,
come
Leonard.
on now.
Why is there a space
Come on.
tug in there?
We talked about this.
What?
We talked about this.
I didn't talk about
Don't
shit.
put that on stream.
So currently he is distracted. He cannot perform a free maneuver.
Wow, showing it on stream.
Wow.
I was just
Wow.
zooming down the hole, and I was like, hey, what's all that?
Pay no
No.
attention to the space tug in the pit.
Calling you out.
Okay, so he has that crit, and Frog, you can now go.
So am I able to run up and hit the guy?
Currently, you are at close range. You need to spend 1 move to get to engaged.
Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 maneuver to engage, and then for melee attacks or brawl attacks, do I also have to aim?
You can for the boost. Like it's okay to aim.
Okay,
with
because
melee.
I'm not gonna
you
do
will
any
have
other
to take-
maneuvers, so I might as well just aim, right?
Okay, you'd have to spend 2 strain because you did
Yeah.
spend 1 to move up.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Okay, so add 2 strain and add a boost to the roll. All melee checks are average.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me decide which I want to do, brawl or.
What weapon are you using?
I'm going to use brawl. So I'm gonna use my vibro knuckler.
Okay, sure.
So my brawl stat.
I got a crit rating.
Do
of
I
30.
add difficulty to this too?
The difficulty is 2, average.
Whoa, 4 success, 1 threat.
Okay, so your brawn is gonna add 3 to that. What's the damage of the knuckler?
It is 4. And crit is 2.
What? 4 damage? What?
Is it a +4 or is it 4 total?
On the character sheet, it says 4.
Oh, so it's 4 regular. Yeah, so 4 plus 4, it's 8 damage
So it's
total.
a vibro knuckler.
So
It's not a damage
the bronze
mod,
already
it's just-
calculated.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's a +1.
It does have a plus
Plus 1
1, so
damage
it'll
mod.
be
8 damage total.
yeah. So he takes 8 damage.
Is that low?
No,
That's
No,
decent.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
So, Frog, because someone's initiative or someone's obligation was rolled, you'd also have a baseline of 1 strain. So I think you'd be at 3.
Okay, thank you.
so she punches Jared Sykes, or fuck, not Jared Sykes. Sorry, whoops, got them brain problems. Officer Galambi in the face, and you see like a bunch of his teeth fly out of his mouth.
Jesus. He's still
So-
alive though, right?
Yeah, he's still there. 2 more party members.
What's the threat do?
The threat is it was very strenuous to get such a successful punch, and you take 1 strain.
So,
Oh, an additional one?
so you just laid out the politician, right?
Yes.
Decked him.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of.
He's not down,
Okay.
for the record. He just got punched really hard.
Okay, I want to kind of glance at. I'm sorry. What's your character's name again? Probably better.
Zilla?
Zilla. I'm gonna glance at Zilla and say, "Let me show you how it's done."
Oh,
And-
ooh.
Launch myself at it.
Launch. Okay.
Are we just
Uh,
ignoring the 4 stormtroopers?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Well, not all of us, but
So I will take the strain from moving. So I will also aim, and then I need to do a roll.
So you'll need to add your boost from the aim and the additional boost from your gear. Oh, and the setback from your fucking knuckler. I forgot about that.
Yep.
And that's a
And then-
difficulty of average.
Average.
All melee is average.
Let me double check that I got that dice pool right. I'm pretty sure I did. I did.
Oh my god. You Ooh. You don't hit. There is no damage resolved. What do you want the 3 advantage to do?
So I would like to narrowly miss him, get close enough that the concussion from the blast is still gonna hit him. Can I do that?
You have blast gloves, right?
Yeah, I got blast gauntlet.
So the blast does hit him. We'll say that the 3 advantage is the damage that it would deal, but you notice that the armor he's wearing is a little more bulky than you would expect, and it might not have hurt him as much as you think it would. What do you want the?
Oh yeah, that.
Am I allowed to kind of laugh?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, totally, 100%. Oh,
Well,
I would like the concussion, or like the blast itself, to throw him off balance, so he falls to the ground.
you want to knock him prone with it.
Yes. And then, in response to that, I'm gonna kind of turn to her and be like, "You were saying," dismissively.
No, he missed.
Knocked him over.
What about the triumph? What do you want to do?
The triumph is knocking him over.
Okay, sure. He's knocked prone.
Oh, and I'm turning to her and saying that you were saying I don't even have to hit him to knock him out.
Even when I miss, I can't miss.
Looks like that jar was loosened for you.
Whoa! Oh my god!
Wow.
Okay. All right. So that's the 4th party member to go.
No, that's
that
the
was just
third.
No, that's the
I'm-
third.
I'm
We've got one
saying
more.
the 4th party member needs to go.
All right.
Oh,
If you guys don't mind,
Yeah. Hit him
Square
up.
up.
unlimber
Square up
his
with the spin up.
shiny new gun.
Square up
You
with the
know-
spin up.
I almost thought you guys were gonna talk your way out of this. I'm just gonna mow down some stormtroopers.
You're gonna aim at the stormtroopers and not Gallenby.
Right.
Okay, sure.
yes, because he's smart.
So you're currently at the range close. You're not engaged with him.
So short.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, short. I'm sorry. Ooh.
Using
Brain
space
problem.
terms, but yeah, it's the same thing.
And I am, of course, using true aim. And you know what? I'm gonna take a couple strain.
So,
and aim it
Frog
at
Buddy,
Is
remember what I
auto
said?
fire automatic on that weapon? Right?
Auto fire. It doesn't say anything specific about auto fire, so I think it's a different gun where auto fire is a mod.
Gotcha.
But yes, thank you. I am also going to auto fire. Wait. Yeah.
So, Frog
whatever.
Buddy, Bubbles is like the scariest lizard you've ever seen in your life. Get ready for this shit.
Okay.
So, he has a minigun at his side, I might add.
Yes.
Oh my
God.
All right. So can we just say all the stormtroopers are gone?
Well, just add the damage from the weapon base
The
and the
damage.
auto fire. You
yeah,
still
that'll
have a
be.
triumph.
Auto fire needs 2 advantage, doesn't it?
You can use a triumph for auto fire.
Okay. Well, so this
Well, what's
is
the base
13.
damage of the normal
13.
hit? Can we resolve that for?
I'm pretty sure it's 13. Let me double.
It's 17 total damage
Yeah,
with
okay.
the success.
Yep.
Oh,
And auto fire
Wait.
on top of that.
Pierce 1, by the way. Vicious
No,
1 as
18.
well. But yeah, Vicious won't matter with this.
Yeah. 18, Pierce 1.
so Pierce 1 is it goes through 1 soak, correct?
Right.
Okay, so you managed to mow down 3 stormtroopers.
Triumph
of the
auto
group.
fire on the last.
Okay, the other one just like you rip through them with this energy mini. They're dead. Gallenby throws up his hands and says, "All right."
Tez, I'm assuming this ends combat.
Yeah.
And
What do you want?
Tesma's gonna go over to the stormtroopers and start looting.
Iceman's gonna take off his helmet, clearly furious, and I'm gonna say the whole point of this was so that we don't kill people, you absolute asshole.
Gallenby says, "Well, good job on that." He points to the stormtrooper. So Billy throws up her hands and says, "Guys, we had a plan. What happened?"
Tesva.
Listen,
Angrily,
I saw an opportunity to make some profit, and I went for it. Okay.
What did you what? What profit?
This profit grabbing, while admired, is a little too aggressive for me.
when even Pit Hiddle is questioning how you're
So-
going about getting.
You guys hear the elevator behind you start to make a bunch of noise.
Okay,
I pressed the button on his desk.
All right, I'm turning towards it and I'm ready.
I'm
You
gonna
press
say
the button and a bunch of emergency security doors slam shut, including the elevator.
Okay,
Got
so
I'm gonna say in response, listen, we know that this guy is ridiculously wealthy, so I figured he would value his life, don't you? I kind of look at him. So if he wants to live, he would pay us.
Or he'd get the planet to shoot us.
yeah, it would work with middle management, but this is upper management.
I slide up to Tom Nolan and whisper, "Hey, you still got that restraining bolt?"
You
What
guys hear
good does
a
it
bunch
do?
of blaster fire below you.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
getting really loud outside. And so Billy turns to you guys and says, "That's probably my team."
Does he have a terminal that's right next to him, like a computer terminal?
Yes.
Is there
Am I
a
able to access that
balcony?
terminal?
No, but he's right there.
Okay, I'm gonna turn around and yell at him to give me access, and I'll point my gun at his head.
All right,
I would like-
coercion with a average coercion check.
we're on a high floor, right?
And I would say that he got his teeth punched out, so there's a boost to that. Yes, we're on a
Where-
very high floor. You're like at the top.
Are there windows?
Yeah, there's windows everywhere.
I would like to punch out one of the windows.
Okay, make a melee check.
Do you need a little help
It's a
with
brawl
that?
check, but yeah.
Brawl check. In my mind, they're the same thing. Let's be real.
5 successes, 2 advantages.
You punch the window really hard, but you go get but a small crack.
I'm gonna keep punching it.
Can I help
All
him
right,
with
continue.
that?
Yeah, I
Or
want to
it.
see Zilla do it in one punch, please.
One triumph.
Okay, you crack the window and like a bunch of rain starts to flow in.
Okay, I would like to pick this guy up and hold him out of the
Ooh!
window.
Oh, here we go again.
Okay, you know what? That's a conflict of interest. Does anyone want to
I-
respond to that?
When I see what he's going for, I slap the restraining bolt on him and say, "That's enough of that shit."
I'm like, listen,
Thank
he
you,
will
Tom.
cooperate if he knows how far we
So
will
Gallenby throws up his hand and says, "Please don't kill me!" Before any of it
A little
happens.
good cop, bad
go.
boy.
And then I look at him. So, are you going to pay us?
He says, "Let me use the computer," and he kind of like sheepishly puts his hands towards.
We came here for a lot of stuff, and money is literally nowhere on that list. No offense, Pitt.
Billy
Oh,
throws
I
up her
agree.
hands at her side and says, "You know what? Enough of this." She pulls out her blaster and shoots him in the head.
Okay,
No, for
I'm gonna look for. Yeah, I'm
Wait,
gonna
is
look
that
for.
before the money transfer went through?
Yeah, there's no money transfer here.
Billy,
Iceman just throws his hands up in in dejected disappointment.
This has gone probably the worst way.
This
I
man is
imagined.
responsible for death camps, Iceman. I don't think he deserves to make it through this situation.
I mean,
all right.
if we would have kept him alive for about 15 more seconds, we could have had access to this terminal that I'm standing in front of.
I said I'm trying to give you access to that terminal.
You were trying to
I'm gonna-
get
I'm
money.
gonna try and
You're
slice him.
overreacting.
Or I'm gonna look for. I'm
I
gonna
never
look
said
for
the
a
money
data
was
pad
for
on him.
me. You see those workers? They deserve to get paid a fair amount.
Now it's a communist too.
Oh my god.
Does he have a code cylinder or something that
There's
can
a
be
code
used to
cylinder
access?
on his body.
What shape is his
Okay,
uniform,
I try to
man?
use that with the terminal.
It's a Imperial outfit. There's a big, bunch of blood on it and some teeth.
All right. I brushed the teeth
attempt
off,
of my life has left me scarred.
put on the uniform while Pitt is accessing the terminal, and then I stare really intently at him and try to do the thing I can't
do.
do.
Destiny point?
What?
I would
You
say
wanna
it
flip
doesn't
a
destiny
hurt,
point?
but,
No, I'm gonna do it
think he's gonna-
like a normal person, like a normal Claudite.
but we've established that's not you.
I got this. I got this.
Oh no, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
He's gonna pass out again.
Oh my god, he made it.
Oh.
All right, you warp into Gallenby. I love Vertriton's response. Holy hell.
Okay, so should I resign now, Billy? Is this gonna end it? Should we jam him under a desk? Let's jam him under a desk. I start like
Says,
jamming
there's
the
there's a public channel we should be using, and she says, "Can I see the computer?"
I'm gonna try to use the code cylinder to remove all the arrest records or the warrants off of Scarecrow's name first.
So
while
that'll be a
all that
hard
other
computers
nonsense.
check.
Or we can just ask
However-
Billy to do it
however-
if he's in power.
She will give you a boost because she knows Imperial systems pretty well.
Can Billy not just do it?
So you can do it now, not wait for her, or you can.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
I could put it as
I can
part of
look
the
out
resignation
the open,
speech.
Tesla's gonna stand in front of the crack in the glass, or the shattered glass.
It is
and try
shattered.
and- Yeah, Tesla's gonna try and stand in front of that.
We have a recording of Set Sail
Yeah.
wanting to plot to murder this guy, right?
Tesla
We
still
do.
has that recording on her.
So we broadcast to the public that Set Sail had had attempted to assassinate this man, but he failed, and now since he's so he just realizes the situation here is untenable. He's ceding control to the admiral until things are
I like
better
it.
out here.
To
And he's
a
also-
military presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
This is
and
good.
then he sends out an arrest warrant for Set Sail.
All right. Tell me when I need to address my public.
Address that public now, babe.
All right, isn't Pit Hiddle trying to get your records cleaned?
Oh,
Did
no,
that-
I'm holding off while.
All right.
Yeah, we're just gonna have Billy do that.
So Billy accesses the public news channel and the ability to broadcast it across the planet, and says, "All right, now's your time." And she literally picks up something from the desk and aims it at Gallenby. Quote.
All right. My fellow
All right,
Corellians,
here's your big moment.
I come to you at a very trying time for our world. As you all know, the Empire is collapsing around us, and our enemies are found both within and without. Unfortunately, one of our own, Mr. Set fucking Sail. Set Sail has...
Set sail to his morals.
I can't do it. Set Sail has decided that he would prefer to be the dictat of Corellia, and it has been my keen leadership that has gotten us through these hard times. But knowing that my presence is so important to the Corellian people and that my death would really set us back, I've decided to go on sabbatical. I will be leaving the planet, and for my own protection, and also for the protection and well-being of Corellians everywhere. Leaving in my position will be Admiral Billy. Billy, would you please step up here?
She turns the camera around on herself and says, "I'm sure you all know who I am already. Don't worry, I will lead us to a cipher tomorrow." And she turns off the camera.
Wait, no, I wasn't done.
You hear that in the background as it cuts off.
Could I flip a destiny point to finish what I was doing?
Oh, okay, sure. You flip a destiny point, and she did not turn it off.
All right, so are technical difficulties. I would like to play for you proof of Mr. Sale's treachery and I would like to put out a bounty for all bounty hunters in the Corellian system. This is what he did. And I play the recording of...
Kanya unintentionally fucking helping. Okay, so you play that. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
What's the bounty set at?
I will give 10 million credits for anyone who brings the head of set sail to justice. And by justice, I mean the downtown precinct.
And by head, I mean
Just his head.
I should make clear this money will be coming out of public funds. Have a good night. Turn it off.
Oh my god.
Oh
comes
no.
together.
I drop
Minus
back
all
into
that
Tom Null
murder.
form and get back into my own clothes. I guess the stormtrooper armor.
All right.
Tetsuo's like, I propose that we collect on that bounty.
There's no bounty. There's no. I'm not Glammy.
I'm gonna ask Billy to clear my record of past wrongdoing that I didn't actually do.
You see
Wrong
her
way.
take out a vibro knife and start to dig into Gallamby's head.
Huh.
Fuck.
Ugh.
She pulls out a small code cylinder and says, "This is what we're looking for." And she says, "Yeah, sure. Absolutely." And she literally shows you proof that she's deleted that. So mechanically, this will translate into you have less of a chance of rolling obligation.
But I'm not. My name's not.
Your name is cleared. You might occasionally get some people who are like, well, I believe that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or if Set Sail escapes and has a vendetta against you.
That's fine. My name is cleared and I've gotten revenge. So
So
Yeah, now you have to.
Excellent.
Iceman's good with this.
what if people found Dictat Galamby's body in Set Sail's office?
So he's currently disrobed right now.
You guys,
His face has been shot,
I can redress him.
dug through.
Those would be real fun.
People
So
are going to be
Billy
pissed at Set
pulls up a
Sail.
comm and begins to talk to her, apparently her detachments, and she says, "We have control of the state building now."
Wait, there's something we didn't consider in this. How does the population feel about Galamby? Because they may like that Set Sail was going to try to kill him.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay. Let's get your ship and get out of here.
Yeah, we gone.
Tetsuo's gonna address Billy. Is there any way we can access his, and I point to the corpse, personal account?
She says, "Don't worry, I'll make sure you're all adequately rewarded."
I would like my portion of the money to be given to the worker.
She
I would like
raises
my
an
portion of the
eyebrow,
money be given to me.
raises an eyebrow and says, "Okay."
Zilla, are you staying on Corellia or are you going to get out of here with us?
I want to leave this place.
All right. How many does your fighter seat that we're getting back there, Mr. Iceman?
Oh, just one.
Oh, just one. That's helpful. Great. Zilla, do you know how to fly things?
Whoa. The other person. Well, so it can be docked to our ship.
Okay.
Assuming we
I wasn't
So,
saying someone to fly your ship.
Billy sits on the computer for a little bit and appears to be going through a bunch of.
Well, I, for one, never realized how easy regime change was.
I'm gonna walk
She
up to
shakes her
Billy
head and says, "It won't be that easy."
It was for
Yeah,
us.
I'm gonna walk up to Billy and see what she's working on that computer.
She has a bunch of warning signs all over the console. There's a bunch of references to Heliod.
References to what?
What?
Heliod.
Oh.
black site you escaped from.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll ask her, is like, what are you looking for?
She says in a low tone, "Why we got sent?"
Why did we?
She says, I was never in command of that site at all. I may have misled you there. They sent me there, and I want to know why it was so important to them." And she pulls up a bit of information and says, apparently this was the resting place of this old vessel called the Will's End. And she literally shows the same destroyer that you guys had boarded.
The Sith one from the
Um,
planet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I look back at the group like with like a face that says, "Should we even tell her?"
Play
She-
dumb.
She says, "What do you mean?"
That looks like a really old
That's
ship
why
there.
we were on?
She says, "Oh, yes," and she says, "That's a Sith of a ship of the Sith Empire. I'm aware of that, but I want to know why it was important. Typically, we don't care too much about Imperial archaeology isn't exactly the Imperial's best interest." And she then points out, says, apparently the person who commanded the ship is Carrion Ball," and she says, "That's all I got for you." It's not what you think, but okay.
It is what I think.
What do you think?
What I think is what I think.
So are we supposed to stay on Corellia? Or...
Well, we need to get the ship, right?
It is parked
She
at what I can
says,
assume is a public
What do you
administration
mean?
building.
You can leave. I'll very clearly enjoy my new position of power.
Well, we
Alright.
do have a working relationship, I think is what they're getting at.
Elaborate, she says flatly.
Well, what were you guys getting at?
Yeah, I'm gonna give her.
Like,
I'm gonna give her a method of communication to us, like that can
Sure.
relay over to us. It's like, if you ever need us, just give us a call. We do odd jobs here and there, as you see.
Odd's a good word to describe it.
I'm gonna let that remark slide.
How do we get outside? Is there going to be more people shooting?
She says, "No, there's don't worry, you'll be."
Okay. So we can just walk back to the ship?
Hopefully.
I'm gonna pull out a data pad and find the coordinates for the impound lot that my race.
Sure. It's actually just over here.
Oh my god,
It's
this is
in the pit.
so convenient.
in the pit.
In the pit?
Is it the untextured tug?
No.
It is not the intention. That's the impound. That's the tow vehicle.
That brought it in. Yeah, there you
The
go.
space tug. It's a tugboat.
Okay.
It's I got a couple things I'd like to pick up if that's okay with you.
Should we take the ship to them or should we walk to them?
I don't know. Map. What's the quickest way to get there? I type it into Star Wars maps and
Searching.
estimate travel. Star Wars map.
It's a lot longer if you go on foot. You could literally fly the ship to the pit and have a better.
Okay, let's fly on over, gang. Back to the ship.
Okay, so as you guys leave the state building, you notice that there's a ton of stormtroopers outside. Looks about as you start to lose count right around 25. There's a bunch of stormtroopers with blue hands on their helmet, and there's a ton of dead ones without.
As we walk out, I'm gonna lean over to I'm really bad with names. What's your character's name again, Frog Buddy?
Zilla.
Zilla. Okay, I'm gonna lean over towards Zilla and be like, "That was a good hit."
Tracer.
Wait, what did you say?
Good hit.
That was a good hit.
You recognize it when you see it, at least.
Ooh. So you guys start to go down the causeway and all that jazz, and you get back to your ship, and you notice that the building itself is up in lockdown.
Are there any Corsac people, or is it just stormtroopers?
Mainly stormtroopers at this point.
I'd also like to know what I looted from those stormtroopers in the office.
Oh my god. You wouldn't be able
That's
to
not
pick
fun.
up
We
a
can-
lot of it. They would
We
have
can
utility
resolve.
belt.
We can resolve this after the session.
Sure.
Just want to note that.
Sure. Okay. So the building is currently in lockdown as you guys get, step into.
We step into the building on lockdown.
There's a small entranceway that leads partially in, but as you approach, you notice that there's a emergency door blocking.
Okay.
Oh shit, this is where Set is, isn't it?
I'm not
He's in the
familiar
building.
with these sorts of places, but this seems off.
I'm gonna see if I can.
We did just tell the entire planet to kill the guy that lives in this building. It seems like a sane precaution to me.
I'm gonna see if I can unlock the door by looking at the mechanics of it. I want to see if I can try and unlock it so we can maybe
Skullduggery
open
or
it.
mechanics? How are you trying to do this?
I'm basically trying to override it, so not necessarily not trying to lockpick or anything.
Okay, that's going to be a hard check. There's a bunch of emergency procedures in place, so there will also be a setback. It's not your average.
Wait, do we have a way to communicate with Set Sail?
I don't think we ever got his phone number. I mean, Rom might
I
have
don't
it,
think he
but
would want to hear from us.
Rom's back on the ship.
Can we use that? How high up is our ship?
The
Pretty
threat
successful.
is you kind of alert the building of what's going on. It's clearly the door's not supposed to open. The door does open, however. And you were saying
I was just saying, Set Sail doesn't know we were involved with that whole situation. Actually, no, he does.
he
the
kind
recording.
of, he's probably the only
Yeah,
one. We were in the recording.
Oh well, all right. No, let's go.
Tesla was holding the camera. So do you want to go and take care of him, or we don't want to just go?
No. I think we want to. Well, I don't know. I, am opposed to murder, so.
I mean, in for a
Iceman's
pen,
vote is, let's just get Eddie.
in for a demi credit, in for a credit. I don't know how.
so. You guys want to go back to the ship?
That's Iceman's vote.
I'm doing whatever Iceman wants.
Damn.
This is your party.
There's no profit in killing this person at this point.
There's
So
no further
you-
profit in attacking.
So, Zilla, Tesfa, you guys good with?
Oh, I don't have any motivations to go after him, so I don't really care.
All right.
That's what's gonna bring up. Are you sure we don't like? I feel like we could get some sort of advantage out of. I mean, I don't like the idea of leaving a potential threat behind without knowing, like, if he's gonna come after us or not. I would assume he would come after us.
Yeah, what's he gonna do?
personally-
Stab us? Really?
I personally have faith in the system here to take.
I mean, the
But,
system of the giant crowd we just set against him.
Yeah. That system.
He died a moida. It doesn't affect us anymore. I'm sure Billy has it handled. And if not, then they're going to go after each other, so whatever.
Tesva's like, okay, that sounds fair.
I want to just go to the lightsaber crystal place. That seemed like fun.
Oh yeah. Are we back on the ship?
We
So
gotta
as
get
you
your
guys
ship.
approach the ship, you notice that there's 4 people on the landing pad waiting for you.
Do they all have hands?
Uh-oh.
They all have hands.
Okay.
Excellent.
A good question.
It's an important question.
All right. So you guys approach, and you see that Set Sail and Rom Sail are currently standing with 2 bodyguards. They all have their weapons drawn.
Well, what
Set,
have
did
we
you
here?
hear the terrible news? We got to get you out of here.
Formidable deception check, Scarecrow.
If I'm
He has adversary 1, so you're gonna have to upgrade that.
if I'm nodding slightly in the background, is that
No,
Yeah,
no.
can we boost by nodding?
So, is this check supposed to, were you saying this sarcastically, or are you actually trying to convince them?
I think I'm gonna actually try and convince him.
Okay. I am going to actively laugh while you're saying that.
Give him a
Alright, so what do
setback.
So this is
What is
your
this?
deception.
Deception check.
Yeah.
And what's the difficulty?
4
I
difficulty
put
1
it on-
challenge? Oh yeah,
4
they put it
difficulty,
on
1
mine.
challenge and a setback. Oops.
Holy cow.
Ooh, this
You
is
said formidable. That's 5 difficulty.
Yeah, formidable.
because he upgraded it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
No, he
sorry.
has adversary.
I
That's
gotcha.
what's going on here.
Is it right?
That's it.
Yeah.
If you make
Oh,
no,
let's
you
see.
didn't make this check. Sorry, buddy. Wow,
Oh,
you
that
almost
is-
did.
Almost. Oh.
Oh my god. So he says no, and he pulls out what looks to be a shotgun and ready. Roll for initiative, everybody.
Cool vigilance. What?
Vigilance.
I'm lucky. It's
Excellent.
the same either way.
That is lucky.
Imagine if I'd have got that though.
Would have been
Yep.
Right.
something. You'd have had a lot of that.
Alright, tell us what order you want them.
I don't suppose there's any way to take the landing pad and scale that up a lot.
Not just.
Yes, actually, I've got you. No. Hold on, I might have you covered here, maybe.
Ooh. Oh, if you have the individual asset, yeah.
Hmm.
Oh Jesus, stop!
Oh. You're encroaching, sir.
No wounds or threat or stress or whatever for anyone.
The what? Was that English?
I forgot how mechanics in this game work, so I named a bunch of things.
It's not exactly the same, but it'll do.
Dr.
A round
Seuss, right?
thing.
Oh,
Oh,
I think I picked something up. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's good.
was
I
this
don't
for
know.
something
Yeah,
else
that'll
we
work.
didn't do?
Yes.
Oh, that's not.
Imagine that.
So there you go. That's the ship. Good job, guys.
I have some deja vu in this area.
All right, Frog Buddy, we get it. You're C team.
Wait, C team now?
Yeah,
All right,
there's
put your
3
minis on the
groups
runway,
running right now.
guys.
Where's
I don't
Tom
even know
right
where
now?
I am.
I don't even
It's
have a
loading.
mini.
Slowly for me, so.
You don't have a mini?
Somebody else is gonna
Okay,
have to.
well,
There's probably a ticker.
I'll see if I can get bubbles. There's Ostock,
Someone
Red
used giant
Trandoshan.
growth on Tesla.
Where is your mini?
Oh, there's bubbles.
I might have accidentally forced everyone to load something.
Yep.
Where's my sad
Oh, it
flat
looks great on the
character?
stream though.
I just don't know why my mini has long black hair.
I'm
Luscious locks.
So what you're telling me is that Iceman hasn't been a woman the whole time.
That's yes, that's what I'm saying.
I don't think Tom will survive whatever loading phases have happened recently. Oh, there he is. There's 2 of me again. Vrar.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay, so place them.
Was there a Tigrita mini?
I'm trying to find one while setting this up. Sorry.
If there's a bucket somewhere, we could look through it as well.
Yeah, it's So let me try and find it real quick. The closest thing I think that'll actually look like a Togruta is this one.
God, I regret opening this.
Yeah, all the
Oh, this is
loading.
good. This one will work. Holy crap, this is good. Is that good, Frog Buddy?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Cool.
It's got tentacles like a Togruta. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So they're gonna roll initiative.
So you also need to go around and gather all of our initiatives.
I did right as they were rolled. I was on the draw this time.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I know. Crazy, right? What the hell?
I'll zoom in on them for you, Sleverd.
So what is the triumph result in initiative? A maneuver?
Yeah, a free maneuver at the start of combat.
I would like to use mine to move within engage range.
Rom. Wait a minute. So set sail, the Ugnaught was trying to take control of Corellia. Or was Rom adopted?
Yeah, Rom.
You guys really gonna give me flack for this?
Rom's the Tyrion of this story.
I'm just trying to figure out what the
Captured by
species
the
of everyone
enemy.
was. Because maybe
Are
we should have
trying
gone
to
with
kill Rom or not? That's the question.
I mean, is he trying to kill you?
So first up is
That's what
party.
can.
Because someone got 5 success, like a boss.
You're welcome.
So either I can go and attack this guard, or someone else can go.
What you said to me is you can get a setback for your whole team. Continue to it.
Yeah, so we've got. How far are we away from them?
So if you're at the start of the landing pad, it's going to be medium. Or, yeah. And so right about here is going to be close, and obviously that's going to be like engaged.
And I'm guessing we're all starting out at the medium range.
Yeah, you can start at the mediums. But Katia specifically said, I want to move closer, which means you'll still have to spend one maneuver to get to them, Tesfa.
Okay, so I'll be medium or like close right now.
Close,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to. I can go first, or if someone wants to use like do a range something first.
Yeah, if you go
I
first,
mean-
we have the potential of hitting you. So
I'll go then, because I want to use a range.
try it
So
out.
as it stands, Zilla, if you try and shoot right now, you'll have to spend an action to switch to a gun because maneuver because you specifically told like the last combat you were using a knuckler.
Okay, so then can I move up here
Yeah, you'd have
and
to spend
switch
2
to the
maneuvers to
gun
do so.
and shoot?
Yeah,
Is the gun short range?
It's just a regular pistol.
I have a sporting blaster rifle, but the thing is,
Oh, that's gotta be long.
I'm much better at melee and stuff, so I still want to get closer.
That's fair.
So take
Yeah.
2 strain, by the way, because you are switching and moving.
Okay.
Okay, and so go ahead and make that that check. That's what type of weapon is that?
Long range.
So range heavy.
It says that it is a long range.
So
Yeah,
they're
It's heavier.
using the rifle.
Yeah.
That's okay. So that is a ranged heavy check. So the range that you're talking about is the distance at which you can shoot accurately. Ranged heavy or ranged light is the skill that you're using to shoot with.
So since it's a rifle, it's ranged heavy.
Okay. So 2 success, 1 threat.
Did you roll the difficulty?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
2 difficulty, right?
It would be 1, but you can take that roll if you want to.
Oh, I guess I can re.
You can reroll. Yeah, so it's 2 and 1. Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
So the shot misses and whirs past their head, and we have to move on. And there's an enemy that's gonna go. And let me reset this real quick. Hold on. That's not the right one. So enemy's gonna go next, and we're gonna say that it's Rom Sail. He's gonna move up. 1 maneuver. Or set sail specifically, sorry. And he's going to aim at
Damn it, Kayla.
What? He's gonna aim
Every
at
time.
Tespa. He cocks a shotgun and he's gonna take a shot. And I'm gonna upgrade his check by flipping a destiny die here. So we're gonna have.
You just
They
took
cut
away an
out.
attitude.
Who are you aiming at?
He's aiming at you.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then his stat check.
So, I have 2 defense. Does that apply setback, or is
Yes.
that like DR?
That's setback. So, call that out before the roll happens,
Okay.
because that actually does affect the actual roll.
It really does.
Okay.
So auto fire, blast. Okay, so he's gonna do blast and also hit Frog Buddy,
Oof.
and that is
What does the blast number say next to the gun? Or
6.
in the okay, so that's 6 damage to
Frog,
you
and that's
Frog.
7 to Katia.
So you would subtract your soak from it, so that's 2 damage to Frog.
Oh, I have 4
And-
soak.
Yes, so you'd only take 2 damage and 7. Yeah, so you already got a cut.
Yep.
Okay, and then we look at the initiative order, and that's gonna be 2 party members in a row.
All right. So Set was the guy with the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt.
I'm gonna charge that guy if you guys are cool with that.
Go for it.
As Bubbles loads the minigun. Whatever, a target's a target.
Bo was like, "Oh well, if it happens, it happens."
Whatever happens, happens, man. Go ahead, make that roll. Average melee check or brawl check.
My game's being laggy. Give it a second.
Good, good. Nice ping. Oh!
Woo!
11
That's my fourth.
to Brett.
4th triumph I've rolled tonight.
You didn't even roll correctly. Where's your boost?
I thought I just had a setback from these gauntlets.
Well, you're not paying attention to your gear. But anyway, we could just say you didn't want to because it's a May ability.
Okay.
So, that's 6 success plus your brawn, which is...
No, it's 15 damage.
What?
My
That's
my
5
weapon
plus 6
damage
plus
is 9. Bronze already calculated into my weapon damage.
Okay,
So
so
it-
9. Ooh,
6
15
plus
damage.
15, yeah. And then
You
what do I
can
want
just
to do with
crit
the
it.
shot? Can I fling him over the side of the railing with the triumph?
Sure. Sure. So you pick him up with the weight of your blast knuckle, and you see like the blast push him off the side of the rail. You hear So who were you hitting? You were hitting Set. Yeah.
Set, yeah.
Yeah. So Rom said was no. He did.
Well,
He splashes into the water or splashes onto the ground below.
Splashes into the concrete.
yeah, that's a.
There's a bunch of concrete below him, really. Like,
I mean, there's an inch or two worth of rain puddle that's there. I mean,
yeah.
all right, so
That's all you need in Minecraft, right?
So
good.
he's damp and dead.
all right. So
He's
there
dispersed.
is one other party member. Then there's going to be an enemy.
All right.
go for
Well,
it.
I guess we're doing something.
Just do
And
it.
I
Just
think
hit him
you
up.
know the drill. I've lost my roller. There it is.
The literal
Okay.
demigod of miniguns over here. Come on.
And to be honest, I didn't even want a minigun, but I'm kind of liking it now. So we're at medium range. Aim. Yep, that's right. And you know what? I'll take a strain to aim again. And are there any setbacks?
No, not really. It's just raining a bunch.
Alright. Again with the weird
Oh my.
dice. Okay, so that's.
So hold
that's-
on, one real quick, Kadia. Take 2 strain
Yes.
from your 2 threat,
Okay.
and the 3 threat is that you notice that the 2 guards over here have taken into account that you have a minigun, and you see them ready some frag grenades.
Oh.
Oh, cool. But that is. Oh, I forgot auto fire. Oh well.
You did not call that out.
Yeah. So that was guard 1, I guess, since I didn't do auto fire. So that's gonna be.
So let's specify next time because.
18.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Would you like me to aim at someone else? Because.
I need you
I
to
was
roll a
meaning-
setback solely because Tesfa is in the way.
Okay. Setback. Nothing.
Okay, so that didn't account to anything. All right, sure. You hit him by success. What's the base damage of that big one?
13, so that's 18 damage.
Jesus H. Christ.
And
I was gonna look at his stat sheet, but I already know he's dead.
Who are you hitting, the guard or Ronnie?
the closest guard.
So this guard, like, slumps to the ground.
All right.
He
and
is
for the-
smoking from the amount of lasers he's caught.
What are you gonna do with that triumph?
Yeah, Triumph. Could we have this other guard fumble his grenade?
How do you
Seeing
want him
his
to
buddy
fumble
die.
it?
Just drop it at his feet.
Away from the
Okay.
ship.
Oh, the ship can handle it.
Yeah.
Can the landing pad?
Yeah.
That's a fair
Now that's a
assumption.
question for
Wow,
next
not a
episode.
despair.
So he fumbles his grenade at his feet.
Does it detonate?
We
No,
wouldn't know yet.
Can it detonate?
it looks like it might be armed.
I got 1 destiny point that says it detonates.
Do you want to make it detonate with a destiny point?
Do I?
I'd be behind that.
It does sound like you do.
How many is this our last destiny point?
No, we got 1 left. And how long is the session really going to be?
Yeah, 1 destiny point plenty. It's
Is
fine.
there anyone strongly opposed to what I'm about to do?
No, I'm fine with it.
Slever, that sounded like a disapproving.
I am fully approving of this.
Louise,
This is exactly how I'd use
Yeah.
this destiny, by
All
the way.
right.
So
it explodes.
Okay, the frag grenade explodes, and we're just gonna.
He did.
Oh god.
Okay, so he is dead. Like he's like just Dunyan rings. This guy over here, he falls off the edge, and you see Rom Sale, despite watching all 3 of his allies go down, is completely dedicated to ending your life.
That's nice, dear.
Alright, so he is gonna fire this time, and it'll
Probably at me.
maybe.
Well, I mean, I did just kill his dad.
He's gonna aim twice.
Bye, Odisseo. It's been real.
Okay, that is 12 damage.
Oh.
And he's gonna have he's gonna apply 2 setbacks with the advantage. 2 of them are gonna go on one of them's gonna go on Tesla and one's gonna go on Zilla. And so that's 12 damage, Scarecrow.
How's he gonna shoot through everybody to get to me? And not
Yeah,
the
where's that
robot 5 feet from him that just threw his father off a walkway to his death.
Hey, that's the Force.
Anger blinds.
blames
That's not how the
for
Force
everything.
works.
Now, it seems legit to me.
You do have 3 soak, so really it's only 9
I'm
damage.
fine,
You're fine.
but-
Well, not fine.
Alright, so a party member, and then it goes back to the top and another party member.
Okay, so we got Odisseo and me. So,
Actually, 3 of us haven't gone yet.
oh yeah. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
one that
use
just
my
popped
jump
off sounds
boots.
good.
Oh
To
yeah.
fly at him and into
Sorry,
him.
2
to
party members. Whoops.
Knock him on the ground and into those boxes.
Hey, jump boots.
Are you trying to kick him?
Slever, correct me if I'm wrong. That would totally be a melee check, right? Brawl.
What?
That is a brawl check if he's trying to kick him.
I'm not trying to kick him. I'm just trying to pilot my way into him.
Okay, so
We all know how that
Pilot my way into a.
Pretty
Caleb,
deliberate
give me
word
one
choice.
second here.
That's gotta be a.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
I can see an
Okay.
argument for agility.
So you can be very dumb if you want to, Kalo. So jump boots are speed 2. It's using the same rules as like a vehicle. So he would be moving at a speed that could injure himself as well when he runs into them. But it's a coordination roll to fly it. So it's similar to essentially ramming somebody with a vehicle. You can model it that way, or you can model it as a kick.
We'll say that it's going to be a hard coordination check to do that.
Okay, so the way that you're going to do this, how fast do you want to go? Do you want to go full speed, or do you want to go like?
I don't want to go full speed.
You want to go full speed? Okay.
I do not
So-
want to go full speed.
Okay. So
So you're saying you want to go full speed?
So full speed, right?
What I heard was full speed, right?
That's a negative Ghost Rider.
how are you bracing yourself to hit him?
You know, like
Like a tackle?
Yeah, like with the shoulder. You know, trying
Okay.
to wrap him up.
Okay, so speed 1. The way that you would do the difficulty for this. So, sorry, Kayla, did you give a difficulty already?
Hard.
Hard. Okay, yeah, that's good enough. You have handling 1, so that's going to be a boost that you're going to add as well.
What is this? What kind of check?
It is coordination, and you're going to add a boost.
I'm going to flip a destiny.
Do you have skill
point and
jockey,
upgrade
right?
one of those checks.
I do have skilled jockey.
Okay, not skill jockey. Let's see. You have the enhanced control piloting planetary. You can use that if you would like.
Yes, I will. But I do that after the roll, right?
Yes, you can do that after the roll.
All right, roll it up.
And you get a force die.
Ooh.
But then I roll. What I roll force die?
Yeah.
And I do the enhance thing,
It does nothing for you.
and then the enhance thing. How do I? What do I do for that?
Slever, what is this?
Roll force die. What do you
No,
You
no,
got
get
his
one
dark
dark
side
side?
point.
Okay.
That was for the
Good.
force thing.
Yes.
This is
So you can
control
choose.
Okay. So 2 light. What's
Okay. So did you roll your actual? Oh, sorry. You got 2 failures, 1 advantage, and you got 2 light.
yeah?
So you can convert 2 failures over to success. It's exactly like the influence that you have, Corey. So
Yeah.
But I'm
is that-
pretty sure that was the initial roll, though. Unless it's like a double feature.
No. It's whatever he gets 1 force die roll, and then
Yeah, because
they
that's
can
what
spend-
the enhance. So you don't get to roll it twice. It's not 2 separate things. That is just sort of like
No.
that's why it's part of your dice pool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you got 1 dark side before.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way.
Either way, what?
If you converted the dark side over to light side, you would have still failed it because you got 2 failures.
Okay.
So, however you want to say that, Kayla, yeah.
You kind of like fly past him and you land on the bulk of the ship.
You push the ship off the landing pad.
Yeah, the ship explodes in a fiery explosion at the foot
So
of the
Pit
tower.
Hiddle, you're next.
Okay. What do you want that advantage to do, Scarecrow?
I don't break my neck.
So you
Don't
land
break your neck.
gracefully on the ship?
Yeah, I land gracefully. I miss him. 'cause he
almost
died.
looks completely intentional, like you were just
Yeah.
styling on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got cool points.
Yeah.
Recover 1 strength.
I dabbed midair while I was.
Take 2 strain.
Take 2 strength.
I'll gladly take 2 straight.
All right, Pit Hiddle, what do you got for me?
Aim, mark target. Just do that good old thing. I'm at medium range to him, so I'm not getting the additional. I only get 2 instead of 3.
You'll need a setback because there's a bunch of people in front of you.
You got it. Is he? He's not in engaged range with them, right?
No.
Who?
Okay.
No.
No.
He would be on top. No, no.
You got it. Okay, so this should be the roll. 1 success, 1 advantage. So I crit him.
Oh yeah, because you have an innate 1 advantage.
I
Holy
crit him
crap.
with vicious 1. Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna crit him. So we're gonna. And you have you add a 10 to it, yeah?
Add 10. Yep.
Okay.
After the roll.
Ooh, ooh.
19.
19 plus 10 is 29.
So that's
I
29.
thought that was a
Yep.
higher number. Oh my god.
I
that was-
wish. I wish. Yeah, just wait until I get a bunch of advantages on a roll. It's gonna get real bad. So there's 1 success. That is 7 damage on the shot.
Why are all these in terrible order? That's the real question.
29 should be flipping destiny point over, if I recall.
I really should just have all these laid out to make this faster. I'm sorry.
Sounds like
Yeah, if I had
Rom
known, I
Sale.
would
Here,
have
I
gone
got
to
it, I
the
got it.
bathroom.
Discouraging wound. It's a 29, right?
Mhm.
Okay, that's it right there. Discouraging wound is flip 1 light side destiny point to a dark side, reverse if NPC. So we're flipping 1 destiny point over.
Okay, sure. Cool. So you hit and you dealt how much?
I dealt 7 damage.
Okay. He's hit. Doesn't look like he's that hurt.
Alrighty, that's the end of my turn. So we
Party
have
member? And then it'll be an
Tom
enemy
left.
after that. Or sorry, Tom no. Holy fuck, yeah, party member.
What are you doing, Tom?
He's gonna contribute to combat meaningfully, he swears.
I mean, I'm thinking about convincing him he doesn't want to fight us anymore.
How
Nah,
did he
fuck
get
it.
off of this platform?
I'm just gonna walk up a little bit, peek out behind
That's
Tesva with my what is it called? My weapon. my H7 equalizer blaster, and I'm going to use my prodigious ranged light skill to miss this next. What's it?
A setback to that boy.
Setback. All right.
Oh yeah, here we
Any
go.
like attachments on that weapon?
No,
It's
Does
just
it
a
have
garbage
accurate?
weapon.
I'm not bothering. I'm not taking more stray. Well, I missed.
All right, guys, he missed. Let's go back to initiative order.
With the advantage, I do nothing. I pass a boost to whoever goes next.
Oh, so
Alright.
you mean what you normally do?
All right, party member next.
Some characters just
Scarecrow,
aren't
you
built
wanna
for
go?
combat.
Who wants to go?
Scarecrow?
Take another pass at him.
Yeah, I'll do a WWE style,
I really want
from the
this to happen.
rafters.
All right, here's your roll. Do
pow-
it again.
Ah,
Force die. We rolled the force die. Oh,
you can convert that if you want to. You'll just take conflict.
that's fine.
And
can
you
take
inflict
conflict.
Is it
Oh, I'll
5
take
conflict
strain.
or 1 conflict?
I'll have to look again. We'll calculate that later.
I'll take a strain. I'll take conflict for taking
Yeah,
out my
it's
rival.
Conflict and
That's-
strain to convert dark side to
that's
light,
acceptable.
and that means that you add a success to this roll, so you get 1 success.
Oh, it's 1 strain and 1 conflict per dark side result converted.
Okay,
Gotcha.
that's fine.
Okay, so you collide into him with the boot, and he's knocked prone. You literally have your boots on top of him, and I'll say that combat will end with that.
Damn right it does.
Would anyone
He's-
like to shoot him?
Yikes!
Spikes.
That was a Corey question, not a Tomnal question.
I tell Rom to give it up.
He's just kind of sitting there being rained on, and says, "Fine."
I walk up to Odisseo and Rom and ask, would anyone like to shoot him?
I said no one's shooting him.
What's the point?
Garbage disposal?
Let's just get out of here.
Garbage day.
Jesus!
Pop, pop.
Alright,
I tell everybody to get back on the ship.
just throwing it out there.
I would like to loot the guard.
Oh yeah, you should do that.
So they all have. Which one are you looting?
The only one that's up here.
They have. Sorry, what's this thing called? They're all wearing armored clothing, and they all have heavy blaster pistols on.
This guy had a grenade too, didn't he?
Blew up.
No, the other one blew up.
Yeah, one would have a frag. My bad. I actually thought like, oh, he dropped it, but like I'm looking at the stat sheet. Yeah, one does have it.
All right. And you know what? I'm gonna grab the other guy's gun.
Huh?
So should we take
Yeah.
Rom's gun as well as
Yeah, wrong.
guards? Okay.
Well, yeah.
Tesfa will collect any like credit vouchers, I guess, money.
Rom has 100 credit chip on him.
Sweet.
I shake my head disapprovingly of the looting of body.
So
Holding this
uncivilized.
guy down, and a droid comes by
So
and rifles through his pockets, and then the lizard comes by and picks up the gun.
So Rom has a heavy blaster rifle on him.
Okay.
Tomnall goes to push the body of the dead guard off the side when people are done looting him.
Jesus.
We're gonna get caught. Oh wait, we're not over the water, actually.
No, we're not.
No, too late! Too late!
Down there.
Never mind.
Pushes
Nope,
it over
too
the
late.
edge.
No, I don't. I just. He says never mind.
No, 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 no.
No, he says never mind and just walks off after doing it. I'm not saying never mind, it didn't happen.
Okay, all right, all right.
Tomnall doesn't give a fuck.
He's flying down.
He pauses when he hears a squish instead of a splash. And
That's
then just
gotta be
keeps walking.
conflict.
Yeah, that's gonna be like 5 conflict.
As he's going over the side, we hear a wait, stop, and it turns out he was just knocked down.
All right, so you guys. I
Yeah,
assume we're
wait,
getting
wait,
back on the
I'm gonna say to Rom, sorry about your dad, and then get out of the ship. I'm not a complete asshole.
Pick one conflict. What the hell? Like you just watched this. That sounds like condescending to me. Like
Yeah.
guys,
No, not like
sorry about your dad.
No, not like that.
He might
I
be
mean-
paced on the ground, but
No. I mean it sincerely.
How long is the ascension pistol?
It's
I would not say it's tall enough for this.
Okay.
You're very high up.
yeah.
What are you trying to do?
I just wanted to pull the bodies back up to loot the ones we threw over. Set sail is rich.
You think he just
Yeah?
has a bunch of money on him? It's nuts.
Pit,
You guys got to stop critting people
It's in
over the
real
edge.
estate.
Like you
Pit.
guys want good loot or not?
Pit, of everyone, you must understand the need to not let good credits go to waste.
Yeah, I put it in sound investments like real estate.
We can always climb down and go loot his corpse.
No, fine, let's go.
Alright, everybody on the ship.
We're going to get your other ship.
Okay.
All right, so you guys get on the ship, and that'll be an easy piloting check. You're in a pretty safe landing pad here.
What is easy? 1 difficulty?
Yep.
I love how you can just see their feet just slightly above the smoke in the ground.
Okay, 3 success, 2 advantage.
All right, you take off, and you get to the big pit. You find your ship in it.
It'll?
I'm Little Pit.
Some strain.
I
So,
think he's
should
gonna
we
have
put
to
the
take a
pit
drink.
in the pit?
You guys aren't funny.
Mine was not bad.
No.
All right, you guys, you get in there. You find your ship in a detention block, and you see a guy kind of watching over it, and he kind of says, "What do you
Says what now?
want?"
We're here to
Uh,
take that ship off your hands.
Here to pick up my ship, sir. The cool custom.
The what?
My ship. The cool customer.
Don't worry about it, Bubbles. Let him have his day in the sun.
Okay. Jesus. All right, so he just kind of moves to the side and says, "Whatever. About time someone picked up this piece of junk."
I can see it at this point.
Yeah,
Describe it to me.
it's
What
dirty.
condition is it?
There's like rust all over it. It looks like someone has damaged the engine due to like non-repair.
How long
I-
has this thing been here?
In a couple of years. Iceman walks up to it and caresses it fondly.
Should we go wait on the ship?
I look at it thinking about how I can sell this for scrap at this point.
I notice him looking at it and give him a look that clearly shows that if he touches this the wrong way, he won't have hands.
I back away.
Did I miss something?
No, nothing. Let's
Alright,
let's
so,
get this, hooked up to the cool runnings.
You want to tow it?
Yeah, I want to dock it to it so we can, I can just fly the big ship until I get.
You'll
cool
need to
custom-
have
the
2
top
people
ship.
pilot it. Like one for the cool runnings, and one for the cool customer.
Oh,
Tesco will volunteer to pilot the ship.
Oh no no no.
Yeah.
No no no.
Let's all call out our piloting ability here.
Let's all right, so I'm piloting the cool customer.
Frog Buddy, what's your piloting?
Well, Zilla doesn't really know if she's good at it or not, but she doesn't feel confident.
It's
Agility.
definitely gonna be Bubbles. Bubbles.
Mechanically speaking, yeah, Bubbles by far. However, Bubbles has never flown.
Okay.
All right, Bubbles. Which one are you gonna pilot?
Am I piloting?
No, I
No,
can.
no. I'm piloting the cool customer.
I'll pilot the cool running.
So,
good.
okay, cool.
I'm
It's gonna be.
pretty sure I could figure it out, but you know,
It's gonna be an
Bubbles,
easy
sit in the
check
co-pilot seat. I'm gonna
for-
show you a thing or two.
Let me learn you
oh, all
something.
right.
Let me learn you something.
It'll be an easy check for Pit Hiddle to pilot the cool running though, and it'll be a hard with a setback to get that old piece of junk to.
I'm not sure which is safer right now.
But I mean, it's okay. He can remove the setback. He's a cool
Yeah.
customer.
I already fucking removed
And you
it.
can
Didn't even
enhance
put
it
it
as
on.
well. Enhance it with some
Didn't even
force.
Put it on there. Yeah, I'm gonna enhance it after this roll. If I even need to.
Oh my god! The 3 threat is it was really like man, it was really hard to get this thing to take off, and you take 3 strain. You succeed. What do you want the 2 triumphs?
Roll that force die, Tanner.
You might want to help me out. You might want
Actually,
to
no,
help me
no,
out.
no,
roll the
no.
force?
I might have something to help him with these triumphs, Scarecrow, if you'll enable me.
Okay, if you think I'm gonna trust that 2 triumphs, you got something good for that. So, yeah.
So, you kind of like get in the ship, strap yourself in, and you take in the smell. It may be old, but it's still familiar. You turn on the ship, it has a familiar hum. You've just managed to get it to take off the ground. It's still got it in her. And you get it to go right out of the pit, and you notice that your old pair of sunglasses is still in there. Now, add some cool sunglasses to your inventory.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not an actual item.
Is that what the gear was
Excellent.
today?
That isn't.
I am
Excellent.
so glad I did not add that. Oh my gosh.
Oh, okay.
Buckets.
I'm not.
When making a cool check, you may add 1 boost.
Hey, it makes sense that the Iceman would be wearing cool sunglasses.
Okay, now Frog
I'm
takes
okay
strain.
with that. I would like to move that we have a strain counter for the DM.
No.
Just to track it. It doesn't have to do anything, but just to track.
I ain't got time to try.
And you find an old credit chip in there linked to some old bank accounts. Looks to be about 1,000 credits.
Hell
Holy
yeah.
cow.
I think that's where we'll end the session, guys.
So I just want to let you know I failed my roll.
Oh no.
Which is why I was saying if you could please help me out with those train rolls.
Yeah, one of these ships burning.
So can we have a destiny point flip and have Bubbles try to take
You
control?
grab the controls from him
yeah,
right as
yeah.
he's failing? Okay, sure.
All right.
Let me learn you something.
I pitched down on the
Pilot
ship.
it
Right when I
straight to the ground.
So what was the difficulty? Or are we just saying it's
I think it was
you're
easy.
good, you're good.
Okay. Hey, these are just like construction skimmers.
That one difficulty there.
Oh, I have to actually roll? Okay. I guess I'll have to roll.
Oh, thank God.
I don't know why Iceman runs with inverted controls. It really just grinds back in.
All right, so as we take off into the Corellian suns, our heroes have learned something.
So before we end here, I decided that I'm just going to roll obligation for next session, and I'll be able to sure to specify it when we get in there. It's actually going to be inertial's obligation this time, guys.
Ooh.
Definitely know what that's going to entail.
Let's go.
So for Frog, me, and Scarecrow, is there any additional conflict we need?
I would say Frog wasn't really acting evilly, so no, I don't think she needs to take any conflict. We'll need to resolve her light side. You've already taken your conflict for being a massive sphincter, and yeah, he's already taken his one for using his dark side point. He hasn't been evil.
All right.
He's the only person who's been like, guys, stop killing people.
So where do we got some D10s?
Yeah. Hit me with a D10.
So Frog, do you know how the morality thing tab works on yours?
Nope.
We roll a D10, and then the difference between your conflict, which is your green number there, and the D10 is your change in morality. So if the D10 is higher than your conflict, you'd go to the morality tab on the character thing if it works for you, and you just change the morality number that many up or down.
I'm not even sure where my I don't think I have any.
Yeah, you have 0. So if you rolled like 5, you'd get 5 light side points, which would just go in your morality tab on the
I
character.
could get her a D8. Like,
well, we have a D10, so
yeah,
if we
have
just
her
roll
it
that.
then.
It's right in front of your
Here, Scarecrow, if you want that one.
status. Okay, so you add 3.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
So she's gonna add 3 light side points. Hell yeah.
Yep.
What about you? What'd you get, Corey?
I haven't rolled yet.
You're adding 6. And you are up 4.
I'm up 4. God, I was so close to the dark side, and now I'm up towards 45 again.
You gotta be more evil.
I got 7. Which means what?
With the 1 conflict, that's 6.
6?
That's 6. I don't know, Scarecrow. Those sunglasses might make you a bad man.
So wait, hold on. There's someone in the chat. What type of sunglasses? Like a pair of shutter shades? Like, what do you got?
Those are, aviators, obviously.
Okay,
Aviators,
all right.
yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could say
Star
there
Wars
was any
Corellian
possibility
Yeah,
of it
Corellian
being something else. We all know better.
Inertial sounds like he does not approve.
Roy Bonds.
All right, I think we're good.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for joining me, party. Welcome to the party, Frog Buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're gonna be here next time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And next time is tentatively scheduled for the 9th, or the 8th, because it's after midnight.
Next Wednesday?
Yep.
Next Wednesday.
Yep.
Same bat time, same bat channel. It'll be a Bubbles episode.
Yay!
Now I can delve into the backstory of Bubble.
All right.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that.
Good night, everyone.